Financial support will be greatly appreciated. Church of the Firstborn Assembly, account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank. You can contact us at 753-1113. Talk your talk, but we know talk. Come talk with us.
The Street 919 FM.
Hey, just in case you didn't know, every morning on The Street 919 FM, taking Sharon and Bruce Wayne, the Titans of Democracy. That's the morning show.
And now for the reading of the daily newspapers.
So welcome back. If you're just joining me, you're locked on to The Street 919 FM. This is your Titans of Democracy. And as we get into our online papers for today, Tuesday the 15th of September 2020, in the Express, Gary in a jam. Police Service Commission to meet on top cops' conduct. Keeping up with school. So let's go inside and see what's going on. Gary in a jam. The Police Service Commission, POLSC, will meet this week, and the issue of the police commissioner's conduct will receive its attention. Gary, the police hands tied. Beach woman gets big buff. A woman who recently boasted about gathering on her private beach in a viral video was yesterday called a reckless individual and one worshipping at the altar of... Hold on. Let me get in. See what's happening. What is the rest of that? Worshipping at the altar of stupidity by Health Minister Terence Dialsing. That woman is Samantha Ramischand, daughter of attorney Uday Ramischand. Mayor's fund to pay tickets for socially displaced. San Fernando Mayor Junior Regrello said yesterday the $1,000 ticket for failing to wear a mask in public that was issued to those who said they were socially displaced will be paid through the mayor's fund. Samantha gets legal advice. Infamous beach boaster Samantha has sought legal advice. 55 COVID deaths as of Monday afternoon. The Health Ministry reports the following. Number of samples submitted to Caribbean Public Health Agency, CARPHA, the UE, and other local sites for testing for COVID-19, 27,527. Number of samples which have tested positive at public and private facilities in Trinidad and Tobago, 3,141. Total number of active cases, 2,299. Number of deaths, 55. Number of persons discharged, 787. The Ministry of Health provides the following update. The Ministry of Health regrets to inform the public that there is an additional COVID-19 related death. The person is an elderly male with comorbidities. This brings the total number of COVID-19 related deaths to 55. Where was I? Let me see. Right. There is no excess mortality in TNT. The Ministry of Health continues to monitor pneumonia and such related deaths. Give Venezuelan fishermen rescued in five Venezuelan fishermen rescued in Tobago. 5 Venezuelan nationals were rescued at sea by 2 local fishermen after their fishing vessel Moon Shadow overturned during a fishing expedition off Buku Point. Nationals in Bermuda not affected by Hurricane Paulette. There has been no reports of any nationals in Trinidad and Tobago being negatively affected by the passage of Hurricane Paulette in Bermuda. No one summoned me. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service TTPS issued a statement yesterday afternoon advising that Commissioner of Police Gary Griffith was invited and not summoned. Dad charged with beating children after their abused mom tried to leave. What the hell? COVID victims are downplaying symptoms to avoid Kuvan Quora. Crash, 9 people packed into AD wagon. The breathalyzer is still being used. You are the worst of TNT, says Dial Singh. So these are some of the stories that are making way in the Express. Over to the Newsday. 2 more COVID-19 deaths on Monday. Kamla, PM, Commissioner of Police spat bad for democracy. Doctor, stop downplaying COVID-19 symptoms. Nurses head, make sure Cuban nurses are certified. Commissioner of Police, I wasn't summoned, I was invited. 9 injured in overcrowded car in Central. Man held after cops find stolen car van. South Chambers compile budget wish lists. San Fernando Mayor to pay street dwellers fines for not wearing masks. Health Minister focus on spirit of the law. Health Minister to private beach woman, you are the worst. Palo Seco man on gun ammo ganja charges. COVID-19 shoots down hunting season. Justice Budu Singh promoted to Court of Appeal. MP Lee calls for equitable house distribution. Retired cop heads to Privy Council with malicious prosecution case. Sando Chamber head, small businesses will not survive extended COVID-19 restrictions. UNC Knox Education Ministries virtual learning plan. Opposition supports ruling on COVID-19 law. PAHO, healthcare workers most vulnerable to suicide. And these are some of the stories that are making way in the Newsday at this time. So we head over to the Guardian. Headlines in the Guardian. Give us the power. And that is Griffith to the PM. Prime Minister, Commissioner of Police talk out COVID law issues following a public spat over the TNT Police Services failure to charge anyone involved in a poolside party at Bayside Towers for breach of COVID-19 health protocols last week. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley and Police Commissioner Guy Griffith met at the Diplomatic Center in Port of Spain yesterday and ironed out their issues. Full online school sessions start, but let me see if I can read a little bit of this. Well, actually, I'll give you the headlines. And full engagement of all students from 483 primary and 141 secondary schools began yesterday as teachers across the country engage in blended learning sessions. Still no word on Patriotic's Petrotrin deal. Attorneys agree COVID law not applicable to private homes. PMCOP talk out COVID law issues. Dialsing slams private beachgoer for post. Minister of Health Terence Dialsing yesterday delivered a scolding on national television to the young woman who breached the COVID-19 public health regulations over the weekend. Bar owners plead with PM to be allowed to operate. With the Prime Minister's announcement on Saturday that the country will remain under partial lockdown until October 11th to prevent the spread of COVID-19 virus, the Barkeepers and Owners Association of Trinidad and Tobago BOT says some of their members are paying the ultimate price for the pandemic. TUCO NCBA postponed 2021 Carnival events. So far, 2 carnival organizations have indicated that the events for Carnival 2021 have been postponed. Family to view body of COVID victim before cremation. The wife and 3 children of a man from East Trinidad who passed away while receiving treatment for COVID-19 virus last week have been given the green light to view his body before mandatory cremation. Regrello seeks to pay street dwellers fines via Mayor's Fund. The San Fernando Mayor, Junior Regrello, will take a proposal to the City Council next week seeking an agreement to pay $6,000 in fines imposed on street dwellers last Saturday. Attorney Berkey's family just wants closure. The family of Cedric Berkey Burke, 45, wants closure and believe that they will get it after an autopsy is done by a private independent pathologist once the Ministry of Health consents. Stranded national with health woes begs to come home. Cancer and mental health patient Sabraya Ali, who has been stranded in Jamaica for near 6 months, is imploring the government to bring her and her 2 young children back home. Another COVID death. This will have been updated. Budu Singh, now Court of Appeal judge, in a press release yesterday morning, the judiciary said that Budu Singh has received his instrument of appointment from Chief Justice Ivor Archie. TTFF receives a $20,000 grant from the Ministry of Tourism. The Trinidad and Tobago Film Festival Committee received a grant of $200,000 from the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and the Arts under the Culture and Creative Arts Fund, CCAF. Police recovered 2 stolen vehicles. Officers of the Interagency Task Force, IATF, strike team recovered 2 stolen vehicles on a vacant lot along the Eastern Main Road, Laventille, yesterday. COVID and Carnival 2021 events postponed by 2 organizers. Well, we read that earlier. So these are the stories that are making way in the Express, Guardian, and Newsday. So full online school sessions start, but full engagement of all students from 483 primary and 141 secondary schools began yesterday as teachers across the country engage in blended learning sessions. But despite weeks of planning for a smooth rollout, the National Primary School Principals Association President Lance Motley said there were still hiccups as some schools didn't have the basic material for paper-based learning. To facilitate some 60,000 students across the country who do not have access to electronic devices for online classes, the ministry had organized a drop-off box system where parents could collect printed classwork weekly. All completed assignments were to be dropped back to the school for correction by teachers under this system. But Motley said yesterday that this cannot be done as some schools do not have functional photocopying machines, others had no printers or photocopying machines, while some schools had no printing paper, toner or ink. The ministry would need to furnish the schools with photocopiers, send technicians to address the concerns for copiers that are not working, and also supply paper and toner to have the copiers working, Motley said. He explained that some 70% of schools started classes last week that expect for the lack of materials, the rollout went smoothly. However, there continue to be serious challenges about the cost of printing material, and we believe the ministry can help assist in that regard, Motley said. He also called on corporate TNT to adopt a school in a community, saying it was important for all students to have access to online classes. We know the private sector is experiencing the same kind of challenges, but there are still room for more help, he added. Meanwhile, a source at the Kanjal Road Government School confirmed that their photocopying machine was down. As such, parents were asked to download the schoolwork via WhatsApp and print it before dropping it back to school. However, General Secretary of the Sanatan Dharma Mahasabha, Vijay Maharaj, said the Education Ministry had sent out a memorandum recently asking all principals to identify challenges as it relates to paper-based or online learning. He said 50% of students in all SDMS schools were using electronic devices. I'll hold it there for now. We're going to pay some bills, do our news headlines, brought to you courtesy Green Dot Limited, and we'll be right back. So keep it locked to the Street 909 FM. This is your Titans of Democracy.
You talk, come talk with us on the Street
919 FM.
This is Wayne Delamore, Head Consultant and Director of Natural Health Solution. With over 15 years of experience in clinical nutrition and microscopy, we specialize in early detection and prevention. We incorporate evidence-based nutrition and science-driven analysis. Tune in to our educational program every Wednesday at 9:05 to 9:55 a.m. right here on the Street 91.9 FM. For appointments, call 222-2189 or 304-5816. At Natural Health Solutions, we offer a natural solution to healthy living.
There's only one way to start your week right, and that's to reset with Dr. Livette. Join him right here on your radio every Monday morning at 9 a.m. for your dose of the health and wellness program that is sure to change your life. Dr. Livette has transformed thousands of lives over the last decade and is now live on the Street 919 FM every Monday from 9 a.m. to transform yours. Tune in to learn more about herbal blends and U-Juice for building your immunities and promoting overall great health. Dr. Livet on the Street 919 FM. This and every Monday at 9 a.m. Don't diet, live mighty, live healthy, live it.
Babe, you fell asleep? All right, I'm going, okay? Bye.
No. So what are you doing tomorrow?
Get that talk to your girl until you fall asleep experience with Digicel. You asked for it. Now here it is. All our new Digicel 30-day prepaid plans come with unlimited Digicel talk. No contracts, no surprise charges. Sign up today, forget about it. New Freedom prepaid 30-day plans, only from Digicel.
Get interactive with the Street 919 FM.
All day, every day. See us all live on our Facebook page.
Share and comment on our show.
Like our page.
Chat with our live on-air announcers.
The Street 919's Facebook page.
Live and interactive all day, every day. The Street 919 FM.
Come talk with us.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Enagic change your water, change your life. Enagic water purifier, one machine, 5 types of water. Enagic makes strong Kangen water with an 11.5 pH. Kangen water with 8.5 to 9.5 pH, healthy drinking and cooking water. Clean water with 7.0 pH. Beauty water for skin, hair, and plants with a 6.0 pH. Strong acid water with a 2.5 pH. This water is known to disinfect, kill viruses and bacteria. Listen to the Street 919 FM with Pastor Alkaline John every Tuesday from 11:05 a.m. to noon and every Wednesday from 8:05 p.m. to 9 p.m. as he talks to you weekly about how to improve your quality of life through purifying and drinking water. For more information, call or WhatsApp Pastor John at 516-286-7079. Come talk with us.
Real issues, hard talk.
Real talk on the Street 919 FM.
News from the street, 919fm.com. Here's what's happening.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. I am Jason Thomas, and this is the 6 a.m. headlines on the Street 919 FM, brought to you courtesy Green Dot Limited. In the headlines, opposition leader urged the Prime Minister and the top cop to sort out health ordinance discrepancies. No TNT nationals in Bermuda has sought assistance after the passage of Hurricane Paulette. And overseas, 2 hurricanes and 2 tropical storms are active in the Atlantic. Those were the morning's headlines, courtesy Green Dot Limited. A major newscast comes up at 7 a.m. I am Jason Thomas. Do have a good morning, Trinidad and Tobago.
News from the street. News from the street. 919fm.com.
So welcome back, and just remember you can get us live, see us live on Facebook, Street 919 FM, and on YouTube, Street Live Stream. So check it out. Share. Hey, as Taran always say, don't keep it to yourself. So let me get back and finish up this story. Right, where was I? Right. So continuing from the story I was reading before the stop set and news headlines, at this point we don't have any shortage of prints, photocopying machines, toners in Mahasaba Primary Schools, but if we continue at this rate, the chances are we are going to run short on all three. In the case of photocopying machines, they do break down, and they will break down at some stage. Murad said there has been no corporate sponsor adopting any of his schools. Other than Republic Bank, which supports Balvikas, we have had no corporate sponsor. We approached corporate TNT in the past, and we never received any assistance, so we try to be self-sufficient as a board. DHL from abroad gave us 20 used computers, and we are able to get that because of personal contact, he said. So, I can tell you it was a bit challenging yesterday, but there were some smooth areas and there were some rough areas. But as time go along, I think it will all iron out. Everything would be okay. And the children are very excited about it as well. This whole new learning process online. Very, very excited about it. Caller, good morning.
Hi, morning, Bruce.
Hey, morning, Jan.
How, Daddy?
You doing good, man?
Okay, tell Daddy, I have plenty girlfriends out here. Morning, Miss Felix. Hope you're feeling better. Morning to all the 91.9 male and female warriors. Mr. Chance, our guru. Mother Tanapuna. All my golden girls. And I want just to send a shout out to Laya out in Lakano and Funk, who they listen all the time, always locked on. Bruce, I want the president of the primary school association. I just want to ask him, because asking questions. Because he seems to be a problem child. He does just come with problems. He don't come with a solution to me. So we know that there are children who don't have computers, don't have access to it. So a system was created where the material will be printed. There will be a drop-off, a pick-up. Children do the work, assisted by the parents around all that. And it will be dropped back. Teachers correct it, and the parents pick it up. I am asking, isn't the syllabus the same thing for all the classes in all the primary schools? Because if it is, and you're the president of the Primary School Association, because you're saying that some schools have printers, it has some only have paper, some different. Could you not know all the schools that don't have whatever, and the schools that have all the equipment, that those who have paper, they deliver to them and they print the packages for them, and they have some kind of sharing system. See if that works and then come. But you're always coming with a problem. President of the Primary School Association, this is what it is now. Try to see how best you all can accommodate and do what has to be done for the children of this country. Mr. Chance does speak extensively on children education. You have Ms. Moranci and others who are part of that system. And I'm saying stop only looking for problems only. Look for solutions, and if it don't work, try something else. But it's always, it has children who don't have access to it. We know that. We tired to talk about that. It has some schools that are printed. We know that. We tired to talk about that. So the schools that have the equipment coordinate to the others, teachers are beast, and at the end of the day, they have children to go into school and want to learn, and they know the system is what it is. I've heard children, the teachers tell them comb their hair properly, put on at least the school shirt, so when they sit, it looks uniform. So teachers are trying. But you making it look, as I said, the teachers are having problems, and they want to do it and that kind of thing. Mr. President, you have all that information at your disposal. See how best you can find out exactly how much children don't have the material. Find out exactly what schools can help assist the schools that do not have the equipment and whatever. And we have a cooperation for with children now. It is the nation, children, the future of our country. Let us not be so resistant about everything. It could work. Long time he's already talking about America and homeschooling and who want to take the children to the school because the school system is so bad. Okay, you have an opportunity now. And the only problem child I know that make money, he's an entertainer and we could take on him. You ain't making no money and you give me too much damn problem, man. Come with solutions now. Who's have a bless?
Thank you. Three 4200817711791 4665391. If you're calling from the US and anywhere abroad, 718-874-3860. My lines are open. You can call me up. Now, as I continue to browse through the papers while I'm waiting on the calls, PM COP talk out COVID law issues. Following a public spat over the TNT Police Service failure to charge anyone involved in a poolside party at Bayside Towers for a breach of COVID-19 health protocols last week, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley and Police Commissioner Gary Griffith met at the Diplomatic Center in Port of Spain yesterday to iron out their issues. And following the meeting, Griffith said the disagreement was now behind them and is now resolving to ensure the TTPS gets the public to fully comply with the regulations to ensure the country is protected from the spread of the virus. That is water under the bridge. The Prime Minister has an important role to play because he is governing the nation. I obviously have a role to play to ensure laws are enforced and the police will not breach our authority, Griffith told Guardian Media hours after the meeting with Dr. Rowley yesterday. The meeting came after Dr. Rowley had questioned the police response to the pool party at Bayside Towers in Cookreet. No one was charged, although there was a clear breach of the public health ordinance for social gatherings. This drew criticism from the public and once again raised the issue of whether one law was being applied to the rich and another for the poor. Since people had been arrested and charged at other public events where there were breaches of the social gathering law. However, Griffith responded to the PM's comments, accusing him of being hypocritical for criticizing the police since they were unable to act because the law was vague as it related to activities on private properties. But after their conversation, Griffith said the meeting was a very productive one, adding he now understands the Prime Minister's concern about the behavior of some citizens. He said the police will continue to enforce laws and encourage those in private spaces to be responsible. However, Griffith repeated that police do not have the authority in a private place to prevent people from assembling in groups of more than 5 or to enforce face mask use. As it pertains to private places, as the Prime Minister rightly stated, persons were being irresponsible, but as police, we cannot police or arrest people for stupidity. It puts us in a very difficult situation to lock down the country to prevent the virus from spreading and making sure persons adhere to restrictions, Griffith said. However, he denied asking for anything from the government, saying that the TTPS will use all it can under the existing laws. I am seeing if I can assist the Prime Minister's policy and directions to try to get persons to be more mature, Griffith said. Earlier in the day, the office of the Prime Minister released a statement via Facebook noting that Gary and other senior officers had been summoned to a meeting which started at 10 a.m. Attorney General Faris Alwari, National Security Minister Stuart Young, and Acting Deputy Commissioner of Police Jason Ford and MacDonald Jacob also attended yesterday's meeting. However, in a subsequent release, the TTPS took issue with the use of the term summons, saying Griffith was invited. It is unfortunate that the communications unit of the Office of the Prime Minister doesn't understand the difference between invited and summoned, the release said. The release added that the meeting was very cordial. saying that the emphasis will now be on all parties moving forward to ensure that the public health ordinance regulations are adhered to by members of the public. The Prime Minister did not comment publicly on the meeting. So just a bit of information there for the general public. So you can call me up. While I was reading, I was seeing some of the calls coming in. But you can call me up now. And let's have our discussions. Caller, good morning.
Hello?
Good morning, Mother. Morning.
Morning, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing this morning?
Good. I dialed 771, but it's 1791. They said it's not in service.
Oh, all right. I'll check it out and see what's going on there.
Right. Listen, I saw on television, whether it's a young girl, a young woman or whatever, somebody on television talking about a private beach. Well, I know she wasn't around when Dr. Eric Williams was around with the size of the person.
Mm-hmm.
But no one owns the beach and the sea, he said. Even the hotels who may want to claim that the beach belongs to the hotel, it does not belong to the hotel. It belongs to the government. And I don't know if they could buy seawater and beaches, because any boats can get into any port into the on the beaches, as long as they don't go on the ground, the property to their house. Okay? So I hope she's able to learn the demarcation of property and the sea and the beaches, because it happened at one time where the hotel was claiming that is their beach, and that is where the talk came, that the beach doesn't belong to them. Okay? You could walk on any beach and get to the sea and bathe and do whatever it is. Just don't go on the property that they have there. Another thing, again, I heard last night, a doctor was saying, in my own way, how I understand it, as if the death, like if the government blaming death on the COVID. And I was so shocked. I said, well, the only place persons they are listening to is people in Trinidad and Tobago. As if they don't have a television, they don't have radio, they don't know what's going on worldwide. And I find, instead they try to educate the people to help them to know to obey the laws, they are saying things contradicting the whole setup. And I don't know, I understand. It's death. You don't obey, you don't do the right thing, you're going to die. And they're trying to oppose the whole thing that the government trying to protect us from. Let us look and hear what's going on in America and all about the whole world that's going on. And if they used to say prayers, they would be able to pray for the world and ask Almighty God to destroy the virus. Okay.
Yes, madam. (342) You can get me there. 701-887-4360. That's our overseas line. You can also use your Magic Jack to call me on that number. Caller, good morning.
Hi, morning, Bruce. Morning, Sharon.
Morning.
Yeah, good morning to you and blessings, man. Bruce, I wanted to, following on the heels of our dear lady from Tobago, there's a thing in this country where, and I'm bringing it in light and not transpired with the Commissioner of Police, that, and first again, I want to compliment what I'm observing. There was some truce, I believe, signed between the guys and they in the area that, shooting and that kind of thing. And I want to compliment them because I hear much about the nonsense with shooting and things these days. And I know I'm in you. And I want to compliment them for that because I made the point that if these guys come to terms and behave and live their life, marry the girlfriend, run on a business, go to work and go home, there are other people out there who come on the focus.
Yeah.
So if you telling me, Bruce, I have a party in Gita, no big thing, but you go to that party as a police officer with the commissioner and everything, and they take videos and they shock them. And you know, they behave on themselves and so on, and all that kind of thing. No problem. And I'm not saying that the Prime Minister would have observed that, you know, because nobody got arrested, and rightly so. But you're going, I'm seeing parties with Syrians and all kind of things, but your conversation different. Your conversation is really consistent with delinquency. Don't tell me anything about private place. Tell me that, listen, you went there and you deal with them and your feedback has to be similar to when you go to become. If your conversation is different, you're with the Prime Minister, and I'm assuming here, would notice these things and say, hey, the law is for everybody. Or the Prime Minister stuff. So you will even do introspection to say, hey, I feel a pain here. You're going on the radio and you're doing all kind of things. And you know, one of the things about people, Bruce, I was always telling my children, don't be thin-skinned. Don't be thin-skinned. Here it is. There are people out there who might be thin-skinned because the Syrians are killing the American people, because the American people get on real stupid out there and they start. The people who are supposed to get in the middle of that to deal with the issue, just like any other group, is the police. And if the police showing any degree of disparities, you know what? Just how America not paying attention to it and they're starting to kill deputies. I'm not saying it's going to happen here, but I'm saying that you're bringing yourself under scrutiny. The person who is in charge of everybody in this country is everybody's welfare is the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. And if he sees it, he's going to simply tell you, hey, the law is for everybody. Your response is to run to every media out like a fool and quarrel and do that and do... No, you can't do that. Look, even the pinskenness of a commissioner of police is that I wasn't summoned, I was invited. But boy, Bruce, I like the fella. I like the fella because I like the in-your-face commissioner. I like police to be in your face. Not rude, not disrespectful, but showing that, hey, I'm observing everything. When you're trying to spoil your relationship with every aspect of our country, the people from Beacon, the people from your more serious look good, but you're getting on with David West, you get with the time, something wrong with you. Your ego is getting better on you. And I said yesterday, if Mrs. Griffith can't talk to him, my God, I'm telling you, we're not into problems as a man being a commissioner of police, you know. But Gary Griffith is demonstrating a degree of a behavior that is not consistent with an office holder, and he has to do introspection. And not only that, you can't be both you and I on the radio. People might say things about you, and you leave it alone. But in public life, you know what people say about the Prime Minister? The Prime Minister ignoring it in public life. Gary Griffith has to learn that. And the goodness of what you do, don't let it be overshadowed by bad behavior. That is my message to Gary Griffith. And you have to know, there are plenty of people out there, smarter than him out there, more educated, more organized. And you have to know that the Commissioner of Police is not an office. They move on to him. Take care, Bruce. All the best.
Take care. So while I try to sort out the other phone line, I'm continuing to take your calls. So you can call me up on 342-0081. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce.
Hey, morning.
Caller from here again.
Hey, how are you doing?
Okay, the calling to say something concerning the whole thing in subject. Now, I heard I was listening to a program yesterday on another station, and was calling and saying that how the Prime Minister talk full so Gary show that he's independent and this and that independent thing, and how Gary had the right to talk out and things. But you know, these people lost his whole issue of the whole thing. It's disrespect as a gentleman who just it's disrespect of the office holder. You understand the attitude. And let me tell you something. I had been listening to Ravan and stuff on things, and she was continuing to say that you as a commissioner of police, this is not just this. People might just talk about it, but there are plenty of things going on that the commissioner of police in Facebook, anytime you go against him, he's going big 12 o'clock in the night. He
he texting and trying to condemn people with statements they make. Oh, which commissioner in the world you see doing that? I just say, and not that I hate Mr. Griffith, he has done a lot, but at the end of the day, the attitude towards people from the time they attack you, and that shouldn't be. That is my problem with Mr. Griffith, right? Because imagine you in boxing, and they're looking to fight down people in the night time and all kind of things. What kind of things that with a commissioner? You had somebody say something, you want to call in press conference, every minute's press conference. What's your attitude yesterday on radio? That is not a mature person for a post. I was supporting Gary, but that's the attitude I can't take for a commissioner and certain things. And let me tell you something, I want to just go to one thing. When they tell you about the Cambridge Analytica thing, listen to the statement he made about some white chairman, some putting, and that kind of attitude. You know, and this nation watching that, this kind of attitude. Thank you for giving me on your program, Bruce.
No problem.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
You too, take care. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Bruce.
Morning.
You know, you see Brigadier Brown call him and put him in his place? Yes, Gary Griffith overdoing it. He tell himself he's still in the army. Yes, Brigadier Brown call him and put him in his place yesterday. Tell him have respect for the Prime Minister. Know his place. You have to know where to cut off. Yes, he well fixed him. I play music for them for 25 years, you know. I know Gary Griffith and all of them down there, you know. Yes, Brigadier Brown, I used to play music all in Brigadier Brown home. Every year they used to have a party. I play music for them right through, right, 25 years. Yes, I have a son who's a warrant officer in the army right now, and a daughter in the Coast Guard. Yes, I telling you, yes, Gary Griffith has to know his place. He must have respect to outer place. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Caller, good morning.
Brucey, good morning to you, my dear.
Hi, good morning. How are you this morning?
Can't go to see another day. Good morning to my Prime Minister and his family. Sean Phillips, good morning to you. Bruce, you realize I did not say absolutely nothing towards this, you know, thing with the Prime Minister and Gary Griffith, you understand me? Because you know the constituency I come from.
Yeah.
And I think that we is taking this thing out of proportion, honestly. We're dragging down this thing too much in this bacchanal way. Bacchanal. Everybody calling on the station, they know what is good. Bruce, we're not going on this road. We're not going on. The Prime Minister and the Commissioner of Police is not warring. And I hate it. Really, I hate it. You understand me? You hear for yourself, people start to, oh, he's come and say, man, this, oh, good Lord, all in, no. Let's clean up that dirty mess, now, man. Let's move on. Bruce, have a good one.
Yes, my dear, take care. I reserve my comments for a little bit. Caller, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Morning. Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Morning. Listen to me on the phone, not on the radio.
Okay, well, I'm calling from Tobago, first time caller.
Hey, welcome.
Yeah, this thing have a kind of a little disadvantage. I must let respect the Commissioner of Police, also the Prime Minister also, but I think that Gary needs to humble himself, calm down, and if you look at it, every time in the media outlet, the media taking it out of hand as well too. So he had to be careful, pray, sit back, relax, because he's doing a good job, And because he's doing a good job, they're trying to fight him down to make him lose his position and ID. So let him continue to pray, he and the Prime Minister. Let us get this COVID-19 out of the way, and it's only through God all things can be possible, okay?
Yeah, man.
So thank you very much, and do have a blessed day.
You too, man. Take care.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, man. Okay, so as it currently stands, the Commissioner of Police and our beloved Prime Minister sort out all the discrepancies between them and what is required, what is going to happen moving forward. Right? Moving forward, as I said. So, as it is again, right now, everything is calm. The storm has passed. We're moving forward together now. Right? Caller, good morning.
Hi, morning, Bruce.
Hey, morning.
All right, I've had a disagree with lady who called from the constituency now.
Mm-hmm.
No, Gary needs to take it down. You see, the issue is what the Prime Minister said. And Gary is just going and sticking on the point of these people and them, Bishop or beside, wherever it is. The Prime Minister speaking in general. And this is what, because he had his officers and then went to these Zesta parties and did thing up and do all kind of thing. But now you're dealing with these people and them now is a different. You have this a ticklish and a thing. And they use the police commissioner. And because Gary have to understand there's a lot of people that don't like here, You understand? And especially in the low-lying area, because they always complaining to the police, complain to the Prime Minister, they complain to the representative for the area, they complain about how the police brutality and how the police just treat them. And the things that is always say, that they go down Westmoreland and do them thing. That they go thing and do them thing. But why they only come up here and they think, the police too wicked. So this is the cry that be coming from the poor area. And when you exercise that kind of restraint against these other people and not against the lower class people, what you want people to do? The Prime Minister is the Prime Minister for everybody. That is why he is very careful on his choice of words. He made it absolutely clear in his press conference that he cannot direct the police to do anything. He can't call on the police and instruct them for anything. But he's calling on the police to do his job across the board, be fair with everybody. There's a big, massive difference in the way you handle the bishop people and them. And there's a big, massive difference in the way you're handling the people and them in the lower class areas. And that is the problem we're talking about. We ain't talking about what you keep saying, that the Prime Minister tells to go and arrest people, and he can't do it so, and all kind of nonsense, and he just going on with that stupid talk. And he's a fella that I support, because my problem is that this country is lawless. But it's lawless from the top, that people on the top class too doing lawlessness, and just as the people on the lower end doing lawlessness too. But when you're dealing with the people, treat them across the board. Why didn't come down there with your camera and send your boys them with the camera and them and make them play and light, have them line up and all kind of... You didn't do that. You did it discreet. But when you're dealing with the people in the lower class area, and them, you're making a mockery of them. You have them all on TV6 News and all them sort of places, and they're making the news and showing people line up and they're singing and hands up, hands down, and all right, people, let go. Like the ones and them you found by the sea. We understand that the law and how it's drafted, it needs to be amended. We understand that. But you going on a next wavelength and talking a sort of thing about a sort of rubbish. And then this next nonsense you went and put up in the post. I was not summoned. I was asked to come. And the people and them at the office of the Prime Minister who they didn't know the thing and all kind of nonsense. Rubbish, Gary. The Prime Minister, the head of National Security Council, and you are a member. So okay, something urgent come up and they summons you to come to you make a issue out of that too. That is pettiness, boy. Gary need to shut up and I keep saying
Let his department anything and don't direct them to tell him what to say. You have to allow them to respond to other things without his intervention. He don't need to be in everything. Focus on dealing with the crime. Thank you, Bruce.
Thank you. There is a story in the Express this morning. I think it is the story on is it the first page? Yeah. He has to meet with the police commission. So, like I said, BSC with Mr. Griffith and the Prime Minister, as far as I'm concerned, that has passed. Right? They met yesterday, they sat down like gentlemen and ironed out everything. So now it's the police commission, they will deal with their part of that. Okay? They will deal with their part of that. Caller, good morning.
Bruce.
Hey, morning.
Good morning. Sharon, morning, wherever you are. I all right. You know what? I agree with all your callers this morning. Mr. Gary Griffith needs to take it down, to jump out of his lane. You understand? He jumped completely out. And here now, respect is from the top. And if the Prime Minister, who is the head of the government, he's second in line after the President and all. So Gary Griffith can come on top of him. So he has to take it down and get in his lane. You understand? According to the last caller, shut your mouth a little bit, put a zip on your lip, or tuck it with a stapling machine gun, and shut your mouth and do. I wanted a stern police commissioner, and we were happy when Gary get it work. But you know what this is showing me now, Bruce? The next police commissioner they have to come from the police service. Let them work from the ground up, work your way up. Just jumping and taking a soldier or a coast guard and can jump it up, make them the head of the police servants. We realize now, the police service, we realize it is not working. So, Dr. Rowley and the government, all you put that in all the pipe and smoke it. The ranks, so them work themselves up. Mr. Griffith, shut up. Thank you.
Caller, good morning.
Bruce.
Good morning.
Brucey, play something for me this morning now. Honest, I beg you. Play something with some colors. So because you said a rubbish talk this morning, me neighbor that I gone. Play something for me, please now. Should change the program, change it. Let's move on again. Let's move on. Chase some hymn, play some hymn, Bruce. I gone.
Caller, good morning.
Morning again, Bruce. Bruce, one of the things now, I'm in a circle too where after you have a meeting, you get things ratified and you sort it out and so on. You come back to members of the public and you report. You're not taking the highlight of, and the lady from Diego Martin, I wanted to understand something. We are not to chastise Gary Griffith loosely. We are saying, and people have to listen good, we are complimenting him on his performance, but his behavior, just like children. They're doing good in school, but they have ego. Control it. That's what we're saying. After the meeting, the public looking for what emanated from that. Instead, you know what we got? I wasn't someone, I was invited. So he still has an ego. It's to beat it. It's to beat it. You're performing good. Just like we said, children. You're doing good, but have some manners. That's what we're doing here this morning. And my thing, Zina, is we have seen people from the police service come up the ranks, and they too did not listen. They didn't fall in line with what's required because to me, Williams did a terrible job. Gary Griffith is doing a very good job, But Gary Griffith, if you have 4 components, one of the areas that is terrible is public relations. You're calling me about all kind of fault. No, you're in public life. If my grandson thinking about being a commissioner, and you look at the commissioner of police on television, we're calling people names, you'll get next to that. So even coming from the meeting, you're still not getting what was ironed out. You're getting Gary Griffith. What's making the news is that I was not summoned. I was invited. Beaten still. You have to beat him to let him know, have manners, but you're doing a good job. So to start, this is not about we beating anybody. This is about we as responsible people out here. And Bruce, we have been responsible for years on this radio station, so much so that people would listen and understand that why Dr. Lee won an election is because we played our part here. So, Gary Griffith has to understand where we are with him, that we love you, but we not spoil you. Behave yourself. Take it easy, and all the best.
Well, in light of all the comments this morning, I think I should read this story now and put an end to all of this. So after I read the story, that's it. Act of gross disrespect commission to meet on Griffith's conduct. The Police Service Commission will meet this week, and the issue of the police commissioner's conduct will receive its attention. This was confirmed by the Police Service Commission Chairman Bliss C. Prasad yesterday. C. Prasad declined to say more. However, a former Police Service Commission official expressed alarm at what was coming out in the public domain from the lips of Police Commissioner Gary Griffith. The Commissioner has a way of speaking at times that we all consider to be inappropriate, especially for someone in that position, the official said. Another former Police Service Commission official said there had to be an institutional response. What is the Police Service Commission saying? The Commissioner's modus operandi is not healthy for the post of the police service or for the country, the official said. Meanwhile, a government source yesterday indicated that a complaint with respect to the Police Commissioner's recent statements would be referred to the Police Service Commission. His conduct would be subject of a letter to the Police Service Commission, the source said. And I'm stopping there with that story. And I am stopping there with Mr. Gary Griffith and his behavior. Respect that for me, please. And if we continue this way, I am going to cut you off. Because if Sharon was here and she said it, you all wouldn't do it. So don't do it while I'm here, please. And don't ask me to change and run the program in any different way. I take offense to that. Okay? The same respect that is meted out to Miss Felix when she's here, I expect the same thing as well. Okay? Mr. Griffith will be dealt with, however, seems fit by the Police Commission. And though we may not agree with the way in which he carries about his conduct in terms of how he speaks to people, which we all agree on, at the end of the day, it will be dealt with. Okay? So let us respect that much. Yes, he's doing a very good job. There are times when there are questions thrown at him. Okay, fine. I'm not going to carry on this entire morning program on Mr. Gary Griffith. I am not. Caller, good morning.
Bruce?
Morning.
I'm in total agreement with you here, and I respect your view.
Thank you.
So let's continue. Thank you, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Caller, good morning.
Yes, good morning to my brother, Bruce.
Morning.
And good morning to my sister Sharon, and good morning to each and every one of my voices heard. I listen to everything, and my Bible tells me, give honor where honor is due. And long time man don't deserve honor, I didn't know honor. Nobody could tell me to honor him. Nobody could tell me nothing about him. I know honor is to give where honor is due. I follow my Bible, I live it after that. And train up a child in the way he should go. And when he's old, he will never depart from it. Never. Have a blessed day.
Thank you. Let me say a pleasant good morning going out to everyone who's logged on to Facebook and to YouTube. A pleasant good morning to each and everyone. Welcome on the inside. It's good to have you guys here. Caller, good morning.
Bruce?
Hey, Zina, morning.
Morning again. Okay, what? I just want to tell you, you realize I take a kind of a back seat in calling when the morning comes. And sometimes it does be for many reasons.
Yeah.
But I want other callers to understand and respect other people's contributions. So to call on you to change your program and play wherever after they don't talk is very disrespectful as well. You understand? So people are allowed to call unless you're disrespectful, you know to cut us off. But give us a chance, as the last man said. We have to make our contribution and don't tell you to change the program to hear what you want to hear after you make your remarks. That is why sometimes I take a hiatus from calling in. I can't deal with it sometimes. So, Ms. Digo Martin, you catch yourself this morning. Thank you.
Caller, good morning.
Hi, morning again, Bruce.
Hey, Jen.
I want to ask a question, Bruce. Well, you know, PS, the election is the 23rd of November, right?
Yes.
So I want to know if I have to talk about this, I have to get an ad or something.
I feel
because,
sad.
you know, United Public Officers headed by Oral Sanders is the team to win this election. So I want to know if I could do an ad set, I have to call the management to get something, you know. Because we need people to know, you know, United Public Officers with Oral Sanders. I don't know. You can advise me.
I feel you will have to call Miss Felix and she'll arrange something nice for you. Yes.
for the election in November the 23rd.
Yes.
And if I want to speak about Oral Sanders
Exactly.
and UPO. Okay, well, I'll do that, eh? All right, then. Thank you so much.
I needed to laugh. People, remember at the top of the hour, we have our major newscast. You're locked on to the Street 919 FM. This is your Titans of Democracy. And I just give McGill a little 2 days home, so don't worry. Caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm glad that the woman called and said change the program, because if you assign somebody to do a job, they have to do a job till they come out, and they do it in their best ability. Oh gosh, I go in so much time inside to change the station. You understand? Oh gosh, according to King Kingsley, oh gosh. The people and them just want the issue to arise in this country. And they will talk about that whole 2 weeks. Oh gosh. So the woman who called before Messina, she is correct. She the program. Now we hear something about the virus or something, education. Gary. And Gary doing his job. And when the month comes, he gets in his salary. Oh gosh. Well, yes. Oh gosh. These people and them, I don't know where they just get money to call every minute so and block the line. I can't get through. You understand? Because they only, this one call, they calling and bashing this one. Oh gosh, all let's get off the line and stop on the topic with Gary and the Prime Minister. Don't talk. And they come to some conclusion. So all they say, all the praise and know that things will work out with Dari and the Prime Minister. Oh gosh, oh gosh. Bye.
Bye-bye. Also, note it for that. Everybody said their piece, and that's the end of that. Okay? I'm sure a lot of us have children, have grandchildren, nieces, nephews that started school yesterday. Give me some of the experiences that you had with your children, with your grandchildren, with your niece, with your nephew. That's what I want to know right now. I don't want to know nothing else but that. My son had a very nice experience yesterday. It was a bit challenging at times, but hey, we get through with it. Caller, good morning.
Pleasant morning, Bruce. This is Ping.
Hey, Ping, what's going on, partner?
Hey, boy, I was off the run for a little while. I got choke in my foot now with a leg picker.
Boy, you have to be careful, you know?
Yeah, really careful. But I changed my name. My name is Engine Number 9.
Engine Number 9?
Yeah.
Why you change it to Engine Number 9?
Engine Number 9 because I'm back on the runner.
All right, cool, nice.
You understand? But everything good with you?
Yeah, man, everything cool, man.
You know, I just want to say something. You see, Mr. Griffith, when you're doing your work on your best ability, your people that intend to influence you to do wrong thing. You see what happened to the leader and the Prime Minister? That is confidential. And he's doing a good work. Just like how the Prime Minister doing a good work and the health inspector doing a good work. I don't know what, remember when she had bring the 2 foreigners from abroad to the commissioner and deputy. What them do? And just gain a lot of money every month. Storing here and storing there. But Bruce, I just always say, see when somebody confirm in China as the commissioner, that's so good, it lift the country. Look how crime going down, look how this going down.
Yeah.
Ping
only because, well, I should say Engine Number 9 only because as you are allowing you to give this contribution, because I didn't close off that already, but only because.
All right,
right.
But I know my niece and them doing the lay work home, and when they're doing the lay work home, no matter how much of them, I just tell them, put on the mask.
Okay, nice.
And I stand here for them, you know the gather, put on all your masks.
Yes.
You understand? So when you do so, Uncle say, put on my mask. All they put on your mask, you come in or no? You understand? So the online, it looks real legit.
Yeah.
You understand? So Bruce, our bless number, Engine Number 9, listening and look on.
Yeah, man, bless up. Like I said, there would be some issues, especially the internet may go down at times, but hey, we need to get together, take our time, follow those little protocols as well, because there are some protocols with the online learning as well. Caller, good morning.
Brucey,
darling,
you
morning.
this program with the children online. You know it helping a lot of parents too. You know that?
Yeah.
Because I was one of my friend yesterday, and she, oh my God, in my days I go to school, I didn't have this, you understand me? And she tried to tell me, come and sit down, because now she lays with the teacher, and he's telling her exactly what to do, you understand me? And I think this is very good. I really want to congratulate the Minister of Education, you understand me?
Yeah.
She just was phoning and she started to move one time, you understand me? She started to work. So parents, you just take all the time, you're learning to, because Bruce is a task, Bruce.
If it is
yeah, because some people get you fast, and some people, might take a little time. So, I glad for the children, after home so long, Bruce, boy, you understand me?
Yeah.
At least they will be putting back something in the head, you understand me? Let me come up before me, because I can't just go and send him in a shoe building and go back home and talk nonsense. I gone.
Like I said, there would be some issues, especially the internet may go down at times, but hey, we need to get together, take our time, follow those little protocols as well, because there are some protocols with the online learning as well. And then there was that. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce.
Morning.
Morning, yeah, well, last night, I called my grandson and WhatsApp video call it. And so I talked to him and he mother and so she showed me when he woke, he doing that thing, well, I seen what he improved and he woke and thing, anything correct and thing, and
nice.
Tell me mother, mommy, leave me and I know what I'm doing, mommy, I can get it correct and tell the thing out like that. So I tell them, I say, yeah, I say Christmas coming up, you know. I say, what I want to do. So I say, what do you want for Christmas? She wants some, I say, what do you want to do? I say, to get that, I get all the work and I'm correct, you know.
Yeah.
Once you get it correct, I go give, you know, Grandpa go give something nice. He say, okay, Grandpa. And you know, well, the mother, she did with him, right? She did with him, and I was up there about 9:30 last night, you know. So some of the parents are trying their best. The government trying their best is just that all parents will not be able to do what some parents do, because some of them parents know it's single parents. They have all the components and water and things, you know. So they trying their best, but at the end of the day, then, right? The government trying their best and parents trying their best, you know. So I want to say, you know, well, hats off to them, and let me give them some encouragement.
Yeah.
Now let them know it's school, although the home, let them know it's school, they're going to the point, they close and they want to know in school, and let them make sure they do it, because if it lapse now, they will throw them back way back, and they will catch back up when school really open back, because we know when the school will be done.
Oh, that is it.
You understand? Yeah. So let me do what you have to do, and everything will be alright. So whatever night you know the devil, let me say for the road, and everything will be alright then.
Yeah, man, bless.
Yeah, man, thank you.
So I'm getting ready to pay those bills. When I come back from that, we have our major newscast, comes up at 7 a.m. When we return, we continue with our discourse. Remember, I will continue to say, it will be a trying time, and as far as I have seen from my son, they're very excited about it. Very, very excited about it. And he is in his full school uniform, mind you. Good morning, Sexy Flex. So we're going to pay those bills and we'll be right back. Keep it locked.
We know the streets because we talk to the streets.
Come talk with us on the Street 919 FM.
It's not just books and stationery to think about this semester. You need to invest in your eyesight. Get ready to go back to school with A+ eyewear from Value Optical and Trin Optics. Save from 30 to 50% off each complete spectacle for you and your family. Ensure that your eyes are protected with the best in lens technology and quality frame designs this semester. Conditions apply. See in store and online for more details. Value Optical, caring for your eyes.
Get interactive with the Street 919 FM.
All day, every day. See us all live on our Facebook page.
Share and comment on our show.
Like our page.
Chat with our live on-air announcers.
The Street 919's Facebook page.
Live and interactive all day, every day. The Street 919 FM.
Come talk with us.
Hey, one partner, long time no see.
Yeah, boy. Why see? Wi-Fi password, boy?
You serious? Don't be a Wi-Fly. Get the never ask for another Wi-Fi passcode again experience from Digicel. You asked for it. Now here it is. Sign up today. Forget about it and enjoy unlimited data for 30 days. No contracts, no surprise charges. New Freedom prepaid 30-day plans. Only from Digicel.
Men, women, tired of the invasive, painful old methods of testing prostate and breasts?
The Institute of Health and Fitness Clinic and Wellness Center offers comprehensive and non-invasive diagnostic testing, which indicates the nature and extent of diseases and tests your nutritional levels. Our quick testing can identify early signs of problems by evaluating many of the bodily functions, such as male and female sexual function, gastrointestinal function, liver function, kidney function, thyroid function, heart and brain function, and also cancer testing. Results are comparable with other medical lab tests without the use of needles or embarrassing specimen cups, and is pain-free. We also offer all natural treatments. Visit us now at number 79 St. Vincent Street, Tunapuna, or call 492-7397 or 289-6363.
Now open at the Guayco Shopping Complex opposite Blue Mountain, Eastern Main Road, Sangre Grande.
Every child is incredibly intelligent. Parents, reach higher. Be stronger. Join Olive Rice Club, producer of the IBG line of educational products, right here every Thursday morning at 11:15. Get the genius out of the children. Hear how you can work with the IBG phonic program and see your children learn at least 200 times faster. Remember, IBG guarantees rapid progress for champions to turn this nation around. It's right here on 91.9 FM every Thursday morning at 11:15. For more info, call 336-3896 or 725-READ.
When it comes to healthcare, you deserve the best. Do you suffer from low energy, anxiety, or constipation? Health and Wealth Lifestyle with Nicole Huggins provides you with the best services of iridology exam, blood analysis, ionic foot detox, followed by a soothing foot massage. We also provide the best organic supplements. We are located at number 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria. Or call us at 288-1108 or 275-8359. Join us on the street 919 FM. Every Thursday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. for Health and Wealth Lifestyle with Nicole Huggins.
Keeping your micro, small, or medium-sized business connected is more important than ever. Whether it's in the office, in the waiting room, or between the aisles, there is a solution for you. Keep yourself and your customers online with unlimited internet and Wi-Fi access, and get 24/7 technical support. With a personalized account manager, there's always someone to advise you as your business grows and your needs change. Starting from $199 per month, pay a year in advance and get 3 months absolutely free with our convenient online and offline payment options. So don't wait. Call us today at 320-8006. Green Dot, improving and simplifying lives.
Renting a car in Tobago should be quick, affordable, and easy.
Wow.
Here at O'Neill Rentals, we make the process as simple as possible by using our easy e-sign-up. Yep, we can sign you up from just about anywhere using our tablets. See? All done. And everything goes straight into the cloud. Yeah, you're on your way. Are you coming to Tobago? Book your car rental with us and enjoy the most affordable rates in Tobago. But hurry, because cars go pretty fast. Call 361-1042. That's 361-1042. One more time, 361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals, Tobago, taking you further.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Masters Radio.
Here's your opportunity to join Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly and guests as they lead in worship ministries of the Word and Prayer. That's every Sunday at 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. and every Wednesday from 9 p.m. to midnight on the street 919 FM, where we deal with today's issues from a biblical perspective. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. You'll be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Your life and family will never be the same. You are welcome to visit our website, www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org. Like us on Facebook. Your financial support will be greatly appreciated. Church of the Firstborn Assembly, account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank. You can contact us at 753-1113.
But wait, who's sending me this text? Hurricane warning, be prepared? Denzel, stop washing the car! A hurricane coming!
again.
Mona, calm down. We just need to prepare. We must stock batteries and candles and charge our emergency lights in case we lose power.
That means we have to arrange a backup supply for Daddy respirator.
Yes, and before the storm hits, we must unplug all our electrical equipment. If we need to evacuate, remember to shut off the electricity at the main panel.
Yes, because you know here there's flood. Come. Let us move the appliances upstairs. Come.
Us, okay.
Wait! Denzel, don't unplug them thing with your wet hand. Yourself.
Yes, Mona.
This hurricane season, when preparing for an emergency, don't forget your electricity. TNTech, the power to make it work.
Come talk with us.
Real issues, hard talk.
Real talk on the street, 919 FM.
News from the street, 919fm.com. Here's what's happening.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. I am Jason Thomas, and this is the 7 a.m. major newscast on the street 919 FM. In the headlines, opposition leader urged the Prime Minister and the top cop to sort out health ordinance discrepancies. No TNT nationals in Bermuda has sought assistance after the passage of Hurricane Paulette. And overseas, 2 hurricanes and 2 tropical storms are active in the Atlantic. And now for the details. Opposition leader Kamla Persad-Bissessar on Monday urged that the Prime Minister and the Commissioner of Police sort out the discrepancies on charging and arresting people for breaking the public health regulations. During a radio interview at another radio station, Mrs. Persad-Bissessar said the Prime Minister had the responsibility to the people to meet with the police commissioner as their constitutional rights were being tossed around. Both men did meet later on Monday at the Diplomatic Center in St. Anne's. She said, however, she had no problem if the Prime Minister did not want to meet with members of the opposition, but they were willing to contribute by any means. In other news, the Ministry of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs is issuing to the public that no Trinidad and Tobago national in Bermuda has yet sought assistance following the passage of Hurricane Paulette on Monday. The ministry said thus far it had been able to confirm that no reports had been received by the TNT consulate in Miami of anything requiring assistance due to the effects of the hurricane. Minister of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs, Dr. Amy Brown, reportedly received assurances from the Bermuda Police Service that all was well with over 100 TNT nationals in Bermuda and will continue to closely monitor the situation. Also in the news, the upper level of a 2-story house was destroyed by fire on Monday afternoon. Firefighters from the Tunapuna, Sawa, and Ryson Road fire stations responded to the distress call at number 9 Michael Street in Tacarigua around 3:30 p.m. No cause has yet been determined for the blaze, as there was no one in the house at the time, according to the owner, Faye husband. The house was valued at an estimated $1.5 million. However, the damage to the building has been estimated at $400,000. Investigators are expected to visit the scene later today. In more news, the COVID-19 related death toll went up by 1 on Monday afternoon, with a report of the death of an elderly male. This takes the number to 55. Also on Monday afternoon, the Ministry of Health reported that 50 additional people have tested positive for COVID-19. The samples from the latest additional positives are results from samples taken during the period September 3rd to September 12th. There are now 2,299 active COVID-19 cases in Trinidad and Tobago. The ministry will update the nation again at 10 a.m. today. In news overseas, as of Monday evening, 2 hurricanes and 2 tropical storms were active in the mid-North Atlantic. The 20th storm to form during this year's hurricane season, Tropical Storm Vicky, is the furthest east, several hundred kilometers off the coast of West Africa, and is expected to affect the Caribbean by Friday morning. Tropical Storm Teddy is moving west at approximately 20 kilometers per hour with maximum sustained winds of over 80 kilometers per hour. Teddy is not forecasted to affect the Caribbean before Saturday. Hurricane Sally, overnight, was located just south of Louisiana coast and has intensified to a Category 2 storm. Sally is expected to make landfall today as a Category 3 hurricane. Hurricane Paulette is still packing sustained winds of approximately 169 kilometers per hour and moving towards the North Atlantic. That was a look at our news. Now for a look at the weather. For the period today until midnight, Trinidad, Tobago and the remainder of the Lesser Antilles, generally sunny and hazy conditions will be interrupted by a few brief showers. There is a medium chance, 40%, of a heavy late morning, early afternoon shower thunderstorm mainly over Trinidad. Fair night expected with the odd passing shower. Gusty winds and street flooding are possible in areas of heavy showers and thunderstorms. Seas are slight to moderate, waves up to 1.5 meters in open waters, near calm in sheltered areas. It is currently 34 degrees Celsius in Piaco and 33 degrees Celsius in Crown Point. And here's a recap of our headlines. Opposition leader urged the Prime Minister and the top cop to sort out health ordinance discrepancies. No TNT nationals in Bermuda has sought assistance after the passage of Hurricane Paulette. And overseas, 2 hurricanes and 2 tropical storms are active in the Atlantic. You've just heard the 7 a.m. national newscast on the Street 919 FM. Stay tuned for Tobago News at 9. I am Jason Thomas. Do have a good morning, Trinidad and Tobago.
News from the street. News from the street. 919fm.com.
Hey, just in case you didn't know, every morning on the Street 919 FM, taking Sharon and Bruce Wayne, the titans of democracy. That's the morning show.
She's still loving me.
And that was our major newscast here at the Street 919 FM. Remember, you're listening in with the Titans of Democracy, yes. For those of you that are locked on via Facebook, via YouTube. As always, it's good to have you guys right here with us.
She's still loving me. And I can't deny. Oh, no. Since she's been in my life, everything's been going fine. And I'm proudly to the world, yeah. She's mine, one and only.
Caller, good morning.
Hi, Bruce, it's me again. I just want to, good news. This is good news. There's a lady in Train City. We must also say Diane Lee, cousin in Train City, the woman who is fixing the laptop for the children free of cost, or free of charge, if that is the term. I just want to tell her, Ma'am, hats off to you, because there are a lot of parents who really have the money, and you are making the effort. A female, big up the woman, fixing these laptops to these children. She fixed a laptop for a girlfriend of mine, granddaughter, and in no time, she was able to get it from Monday morning so she could have started classes. Had it not been fixed, she would have to use the grandmother's phone to do the work. So to the lady in Train City, Diane Lee cousin, I don't know your name, thanks for your human service. God will bless you richly, because children who you fix the computers are able to take part in the classes when school has started. So big up to that lady in Train City, and we need to hear more good news and people doing for the children. So that's how I say the president of the Primary School Association, come with solution like that lady. Come with a solution and stop coming with problem for the primary school children. I'll go.
She's mine, one and only. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't gonna leave my lady. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. your eye for bliss, praying for a kiss.
Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce.
Hey, man, morning.
Morning, Debago. And thanks to the lady again who's doing the repair for the computer. So at least we want more than that. But Bruce, I listened to something yesterday on another frequency. How those children dealing with the teacher on the computer. How they're talking to the teachers and what they're telling the teachers. I believe that there should be some sort of charge or some sort of something for these young fellows who start telling the teachers what they're telling them. Mostly female teachers, as a matter of fact, female teachers tell them all sorts of. You will think that, I don't know, I can understand. I heard it on a frequency yesterday.
Yeah,
I know, about what.
I know what you're talking about. It was very distasteful, very disrespectful.
But I can understand. No, I think something should be done about that. I think something should be done about that with the children and the parents, and some sort of things should be taken. I don't know if you could expel them or something, but that should be stopped. It's somehow or the other, because these young fellas these days have no kind of respect, no manners, no brought up to nothing at all. I believe, I don't know how they're going to handle that situation, but there's some sort of compensation or some sort of charge that the parents should pay, because the child has no money to pay, and so let the parents be responsible for the children and them at all times. Thank you, Brucey.
Thank you. Listening to that same incident that Manu was referring to yesterday, clearly that individual was unsupervised, and clearly it is, you can see it's probably a child in their teens, you know, because I think it was a secondary school. So, right?
Oh, baby.
There are challenges. We know that the challenges will come with it. But don't worry, there will also be some very swift solutions. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce.
Hi, morning.
This new system is exciting. Just remind me of, not so up from the age. You know when computerized? You know when computerized and it has secretaries to type in letters and stuff for you.
Yeah.
And this is, you now have to learn to do your own typing, sending your own letters. And it was hard when it now started, but it gets excited because anybody sending an email now, anybody typing, them trying typing better than you and I who learn to type.
So true.
Yeah, and it's excited because this is the norm. This is the new thing. You ever thought other people here talking to you, WhatsApp and getting a free and watching and saying, "Do you do it?" No, I cannot do that. So this is exciting. So people who have issues, let us deal with the issue. Come forward as the lady say, Jenny say, get a solution. Don't come at us. Oh God, this. No, because everybody have data on their phone.
Yeah.
Everybody have data on their phone. So don't come and tell me it's an issue. Because as they say, you let us try and know you can't use old person like me. Hello, fix this man or go granny. But they're doing it. They're more excited. It's just we as parents, grandparents, go with the program sometimes and learn, because it's a learning process.
Yes, it is.
Okay, Bruce, Auntie Sharon, good morning. I know you're a teacher because you have to go and start up with Isaiah. Bruce, you too. Thanks for being a teacher too. Bruce, and the learning.
Of course.
You're learning new things. You feel shame. You're going to senior school. It's interesting. I like it. Okay.
All right, then take care. So I mean, everybody would have had a different experience yesterday, but in all, I'm sure the child was excited. Whether it was a rough experience, whether it was a smooth experience, because I can tell you I had a bit of both. And it was exciting. You could see the expression on their faces. The only thing is that oh gosh boy, the chat, them churning them, when they realize that you might not have known, because I didn't know, but heavy chat going on in the chat while I mean, hey, we have to become as savvy as they are so we could keep up with them. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Brucey.
Good morning, Miss Gloria. How are you this morning?
Worry?
You're fighting up.
You see that chicken, don't you? She just cry, Jenny girl. Bruce, yesterday I'm gonna cry. Yeah, you talk about pain. And what bad is she's my right hip. Whoosh. I am telling you, I got up in 2014. I met people in the doctor. This is one tablet could help us, Gloria. The tablet called Oresta. And then I'm non-history. I sweat.
Oh, Lord.
Call the credit and still got all the money comes in. Call up a guy who said, I said, bad come. He said, Mr. God, what happened? I said, pain. This one I tell you. Oh, I always tell people, when I dance, it helps my pain. But you see, this, what is happening to both ankles, when I sing, it starts with the hip. Then the two ankles swell. The two knees. The shoulder. Then I don't know if I have right wrist in 2015 and they never give me terror. So when one starts, like I say, But you know, Miss Gloria, fighting the same, but it's good. It's just me sweating, boy.
Miss Gloria, when you see they open back up the beaches, you need to go and take a nice sea bath.
Yeah, boy,
a
I want
nice
the waves to beat me.
soaking sea
No,
bath.
serious, you know. Before COVID had come, I'd say, well, you know what, me and Okai would have take a bus and go down Carinage, you know. Because me and the old lady are young, you know, I'm 37 years. And they say, boy, you know, since you, Bruce, you see how early we're going to get up. I see you this morning, you know. I get real early, you know. You realize I was online.
Yeah.
Yes, and anyway, good morning to everybody, to our family. And oh, God, let me done this now. You know, I just get sick, you know, Bruce. When I say so, let's live in love as man who's in it. We have a pandemic, Bruce. This is serious, you know. I don't skylark, and see when I go in on Bruce, I make sure my master know how to use my stick. Yesterday they teasing me and Massey, but I say I cannot, that's it. So when the guy said, Miss Gloria, when it is bad, so I have to take two. He said, Miss Gloria, when I take care of and how I feel, go and tell him. It leaves me to cold sweat. I would say that, I don't know where, it's 6 years I have that, Bruce. But I always tell people, when I dance, I get to eat. You know, I just blast. You see them see I buy from me, I just blast it, you know. And I have to make myself happy, Brucey.
Yes.
So, darling, love to everybody. I try. Want to Angie's phone, Bruce?
I'm not sure.
I'm not getting one.
I will try to call her today, and if I get on to her, I will call you.
You see what I told you in the text, right? Because I don't know what to do, right? So check it out for me, babes.
All right, no problem.
So love, and I locked down and I listen to that. And play some music for me girl to dance, eh?
No problem.
Love all you, love. 85 mother, I'm turning up on everybody. Jen, Mr. Manu, thanks for the greeting. Bye-bye, darling.
Bye-bye, take care.
She looked at me and gave a smile. I felt so happy like a child. I offered to buy her a drink and gave myself some time to think. Still don't know what to do, how to make that move. 'Cause tonight's the night.
20 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock, you're locked onto the Street 919 FM. This is your Titans of Democracy. As we continue to take your calls, 342-0081. 718-874-3860.
The grind up goes on she body. Oh, I got the the tell she baby you're sexy. Yeah, I got the tell she I want your body. Watch out, I'm feeling the earth so come like the fire. Come on girl, let's try the recliner. The way you look, you're making me hot. I'm coming over to show you what.
Caller, good morning.
And a good morning to you, Bruce.
Hi, morning. How are you this morning?
Boy, you know, in the yard, of course. Listen, Bruce, this morning, I realized how important this show that Sharon and you are carrying on. You know, this pandemic is doing all different kind of things to the human being, Bruce. There are a lot of people. I spoke to some people yesterday, and everybody, people are depressed, Bruce. And this is one thing you're looking forward. I look forward to the morning program.
Yes.
And I love hearing everybody, Bruce. I don't know Zina. I don't know Mother Tunapuna. I don't know Jenny. I don't know Mr. John. But each person I look forward to hearing every morning, Bruce. And I know people are, sometimes it's the first time we are facing the situation, and I understand the voices this morning, Bruce. And I just want to say I hope that everybody keeps calling, because it is important. This is a family. You understand?
Yeah.
And, it's a different time, and so I accept that people have different emotions, Bruce. And what is the guy's name who's going up against, the union guy? What's his name again?
Oh gosh.
Oral Sanders.
Yes.
I love Jenny is so crafty. I call her the gladiator of talk. But Bruce, Jenny, I give him a plug there for you. She alone is carrying on this, this call for the union. What are all those people who are paying a union to Bruce? And I do understand it. Jenny is like a champion, and you're not hearing anybody else. Jenny, you go right ahead. Bruce, you have a great day, and everybody, I'm looking forward to hear you all in the morning. Zina, I am looking forward to hear you in the morning. Manu, love is everything. Bruce, you keep well.
Thank you. Take care. As we continue to take your calls. Caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
First time caller.
Oh, welcome. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from the Lower Santa Cruz.
Nice. Welcome on the inside.
Yeah, I have been saying, I'm 75 years of age, eh? I've been saying to the organizations of Trinidad and Tobago who in charge of what, to set up, they started it, but it's continued to establish programs to teach the elderly to use these various systems that is available today. You hear me? Hello?
Yes, caller, go ahead.
Yeah. I was looking at Nairobi. And you know that the pension is paid on your telephone in Nairobi. The elderly goes to the grocery or goes to where they have to go. The pension is paid. Because what happened, the government of Nairobi went to a system, no African country does that now, right? And set up programs for the elderly so that they could get with it. Because this thing is going so quick, so fast. Now they pay, you could go to the type of new system, you could go to and use your face as a system to pay your bill. So you could imagine what is happening. And one of the problems with the elderly is they have something called a defeated attitude. They want to look at something about, go the hard way and leave that alone. I have friends who my age can't text. But I talk about phone system and they go mad, There was a program in the library where they were teaching the elderly to use the computer. But first, that they used to teaching you. Some days they come, some days they ain't come, and then the program could only hold X amount, and that kind of stuff. But we have to get the citizenry up to date with what is happening with the computerized system. We have people who don't have a bank card, and the pension people put in the money in the bank, and they fish out the water. And I had to teach us to carry a man and show him. Afterwards, he said, "But it was very easy, boy." I said, "Yeah." So I think we need to set up a program like that. I don't know who will be listening if they could do that. But I like your program. Like the lady who called just now. If by chance I get onto your station, I get onto your program. I listen to the program at night. But by chance I swing on the station this morning, yesterday morning, I hear people and the conversation going nice. So thank you for your program.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much.
They don't know what is ugly. I know my girl is pretty. Cause I know what is pretty. I said ugly is skin deep. And pretty is skin deep. I said
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce.
Good
How
morning,
are you?
Sharon. Are they?
What's going on?
I've been using the protocols that you gave me to work with this morning.
What are the protocols?
I had to pull out a few of the protocols this morning. The order of the day protocols. The order. Have an order. Yeah.
Well, listen. I just, I call in to say that persons not understand. Our program is about current affairs. And those, despite what current affairs is what it is, we're not shying away from it. We don't. Whether it's PNM, UNC or what, we don't shy away from it. I just thought I wanted to make this intervention. And I just thought I want to explain this morning. Because apparently when I'm not there, people feel that they can do anything. But I remind persons, this program is not about Ratiwe and Ratiwa. It is about information, facts, and a proper discourse. And I want to say, Gary Griffith is my friend. Jack Warner is my friend. Mr. Roger is my friend, and there are other people. But when an issue is and we have to discuss it, we have to discuss it. And if some people feel that, okay, we're doing or we're saying what they don't want to hear, all they have to do, take a time out, put on your music home and listen to it, or switch to another station. But current affairs is what's happening now. And the Commissioner of Police is the topic of the day. Because we're going to be deceitful if we sit by and say, not me, I'm not getting involved. Everybody damn vexed about his attitude and his behavior. It's a discussion. And nobody is to call and tell nobody how to run no program. This is the nature of the beast. This is the nature of this program. It was meant to be, and it is what it is. So we have to be a little mindful and careful sometimes. The discussion is Gary Griffith at this time, and that's what we're discussing. When we're discussing the UNC and Kamala, and then everybody, nobody has no problem with that. We're discussing current affairs. That's part of current affairs. So I lay down here and I'm listening, and I'm saying, what's going on? So everybody feel that, okay, because Bruce said they could do, and we don't want to carry the program into no rara, noisy Good Friday program. Everybody entitled to meet the views, and you are given your time to meet your views. So let us don't go down that road. Let us don't do that. All right? Bruce?
Yes,
I want to thank Rowley Jr. And I want to call, I hope he's listening. So either he can call me or I will call him. Let me just apologize to the person yesterday who tried to call me. With all what I'm doing, I forget to pay my own phone bill. But what I reached there, I didn't understand that apparently there was some glitch yesterday that a lot of people got bumped off. I was like, so I had a line long from here for Port of Spain for persons to pay their phone bill. Like some people got, I don't know. So I want to apologize for that. I know who was trying to call me, but it's back up and running. And I'm here. So let us keep the program going in order now. Let us do it so it's peaceful.
But Miss Felix, why you get so low?
I right here.
You're pressing the volume on your phone by mistake?
No. it's your phone.
Serious?
I better
No, look at here, you loud
buy
now.
a phone.
Look at here,
I
you
will buy a phone in the station. That phone is good.
You will get licks. Oh gosh. But we.
No.
Right.
Right? Yeah. Is it the thing on touch? I see there's a touch it a little bit.
Yeah, but no do that, Papa.
Right.
Yeah. Miss Lady.
Oh, guys, they keep the faith now.
Miss Lady.
Yes, sir?
What going on with you and little Isaiah yesterday?
Oh, gosh, well, yeah. You see, it's a good thing. Isaiah have a brother here. So it wasn't hard to get into the Google Classroom, you know.
Not hard. It's not hard.
It's not hard, and the teacher didn't do like she didn't do live classroom.
Okay.
And rather that she put up the work and give them an opportunity. So, you know, when they online, they're going to be making a set of noise and being able to what happened in El Dorado.
Oh, good.
So
that was ridiculous.
Useful.
Yeah,
so she
very
put
much.
up the work, and he did his first part in the morning, and then about 1 or something, or 12 or 1, she put up the next set of work, and he did that. So it's all there. And so I'm going to quote the WhatsApp to find out when he's finished, how we're going to correct. I think she gave us a little thing. So all of the corrected and sent to her, but he has his brother here who's working along with him. Praise God and thank God for that. So they're working it out. He's doing his work.
Nice.
Doing his work. Right, so he's good. And even good now, he's telling me, Mommy, I'm doing the work because, you know, he's spoiled. So I bought him a
nice child.
yes, I bought him this thing like a wheel to put on to the game, and he's not doing his work. And yes, Papa, you. And yesterday, Webster, I went to Webster, his brother up there, and the brother out there, you know, sent him a virtual game thing. Papa, you just sit back and all later. So, you know, he can't touch that until he finish all his work. So he's eager. He's working towards a goal here. It's really good. Tell him, get her. He just saw this morning, he said, Mommy, I'm just forgetting 9 o'clock. I said, you don't tell me, you get her.
You see?
So that day, he's comfortable with that.
Yeah, the children excited about it.
Yeah,
They're
because
very
they feel themselves on the computer, you know.
Yeah.
It's a new experience for them, so they're excited. So Bruce, where are you listening?
Yes, my dear.
All right.
Yes, darling.
Anybody from Antigua, give me right there, give me.
Caller, good morning.
Oh, Lord, Batman, this number, I'll tell you.
Morning.
I just want to tell people the problem with these days with the internet is not the phone, it's not your phone. Hold on to your phone. What is happening now, the amount of people online, it's creating problem. Every morning my internet will go around 6 and come back 6 in the evening just so.
What?
Yeah, so, and I don't have no expensive phone. I have a Samsung and a Blue, and they're working good, but it's something to do with the internet system. So these people who take in their money to pay for internet or back up on yourself, or should we leave it up to the children now to use it so that they can reach somewhere? It's something we have to sit and think about. Go hold on to your phone, and people don't go buy no big $3,000 phone. That's a waste of time. Just have a phone, nation receive, and use WhatsApp. Thank you.
All right, then take care. I think what the providers can do is look for new ways to beef up and step up the bandwidth. Caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
In the context of the school learning process on the computer, my daughter is a teacher, and I went by her last week.
Yeah.
And she was a bit confused because of the terror. she's sending up work for the students, and they mixing it up when they send up the work that she sent for them. They mixing it up because if she do English with them, they're sending up maths because like apparently their parents alert her what's really going on, and she was a bit confused and she a bit quarreling because she said she doing it on the phone which she have one of them system is the computer, not the computer but the laptop, and she said they only calling her on the phone and confusing everything because when she sent up like maths or English, she corrected. So when she do have time, when she correcting the subject, they sending up, as I told you, they mixing it up and it kind of confusing she because like the parents alert her what's going on. So in spite of what's going on in the world with this learning process, the parents and them need some knowledge and education to do the work. But that is one issue. But in spite of listening to this program, which I do, when I find it going one-sided, I just click off and go on our next station, especially Tobago. At this moment, Tobago just come on 7th and 9th.
Okay.
So nobody do have to tell me to switch and go anywhere. I do it on my own. So have a blessed day in Jesus' name.
You too, my dear. Take care.
When she tell me to plow up the land, I give she the wicked Islam. The more we plow.
Caller, good morning.
Yeah, good morning to Mr. Bruce Wayne.
Morning.
This Felix is a brilliant woman. See that woman, I go congratulate her. Balance, she have it. And she words, Bruce, she messages in she words. You understand? She will never leave you wrong. I wasn't going to call her, but as she call, I will call. Bruce, we mustn't run away from the wrong. You understand? We have to address it. And the more people talk, the Prime Minister will hear us and make the right decision. And the wrong who do the wrong will also hear us and do the right thing. Right? Because it's just there's one person that's come and spoil everything. You understand? Who want to listen to music, let them switch and listen to music. That's the business. You understand? But I'm telling you, the program is all about facts, the truth, what happened, what offend us. You understand? And when we talk, people just hear us. The government just hear us. You understand? People in high places just hear because they listen to this program. So Ms. Flex is a brilliant, I congratulate her. You understand? Please don't let nobody change your program.
No, man,
you understand? And I like how you're learning. Take good teaching because he's a good teacher. You understand? Yeah. Let people voice their opinion. That is the right thing. Don't study people about change program things. You understand? See?
Yep.
Come here to give our opinion, and anything wrong, we just stand up against wrong. You understand? We just try to make it right. Okay, my friend?
Yeah, man.
You have a good day.
You too. Take care. Caller, good morning.
Hey, morning, Bruce.
Hey, morning.
Sharon, morning. Secondly, that fellow who just called you. Sharon, brilliant. You understand what is current affairs and a democracy, most of all. Bruce, but here about now, there's an issue here now with the dealers. I just don't want to call the people's store on the name and put them in thing over the air. But I purchased a laptop for my daughter on Saturday. I went and collected it yesterday. I paid something like 6,000 something for that laptop. But it's for the programs and certain things have to go on it because she's using it for university.
Okay.
Sharon, the same daughter you help when she was wanted to do the ABAT, boy, pressure, boy. So we end up getting through.
Nice.
I went in the office in Piccadilly Street and talked to Sharon. I don't know. I didn't know where to go. I was frustrated and I know, boy, I just get this, just to go and check Sharon. Feel like just so out of the blues, And Sharon helped me.
Nice.
But what I understand, I'm not clear on it, but what I understand is that the Ministry of Finance through the Honorable Colin Imbert that give directions to drop the taxes on the computers. And there was a little confusion and a mix-up with customs. So they dropped it. But some of most of these outlets and them who bring in trade with the computers, they had already paid taxes on what they already have in stock. So they're not going to sell you those things on them at the lower cost.
Yeah.
There's supposed to be some rebate. I don't understand how the rebate goes, but maybe, Sean, if you're hearing that, probably if you could,
I want to believe
somebody.
that rebate would be based, I guess, on your receipt, I just thinking here, I'm not saying that is what it is, but I feel like that is the only way that could, justify the rebate now.
Yeah, because what happened, Bruce, is that the distributors and them at this time not passing on the cost because of the duty that they already paid for goods that they already have in stock.
Yeah.
So who the new ones that will be coming in, obviously customs and them would not be charging the VAT and duty, I think, on those things. But we're talking about the ones that they have and they're selling here now. So and they would not drop the price until that stock done. And then some of them unscrupulous, we ain't gonna know if they go really actually drop it to the cost that they think they might just feel that 50% on it still.
Yeah, lazy.
So I think I know well because and I said and Jenny said it correctly with the president of the Primary School Association. I think the government have to be in a new era. I think this is turn of the tide for the world on the century. Is that we have to do things differently, and there were no blueprints. You see, this COVID thing changed people's lives and changed it forever. So we cannot be living the same life that we have been living just about August last year, around the same time, September, August last year, because when this thing started off, it changed our life. But the cost of those computer boys, it's very expensive, and the government is trying to do something about it, but we need everybody on board.
Yeah.
If there's, I heard there was supposed to be rebates, and if they government are a little slow on giving back rebates, but if you know you're going to get a rebate and you know it's there, and then to do something properly, they get probably in your next things that you're bringing in, you have like a credit note.
Yeah.
So we're bringing in a lot of stuff there. You apply that back to that on your thing, the true customs and the thing, because everything going on the line now. So it didn't know if they have a custom officer stamp and he could think and calculate duties and thing and do yield and take out cash and put it in the pocket. It can work. So again, everything online, everything in Atsukoda. So that is our main concern for parents right now. We're not seeing the rebate on these equipment at this time in some areas and some places. Not all, but some areas. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man.
You're my rivers and my seas, my hills and my valleys. For my future in this party, you must be.
Caller, good morning.
Brucey?
Oi, morning.
Morning again. What is going on down there in the port, boy, when coming to clear your barrel and them, boy? What is going on, boy?
I ain't sure I know.
Well, Bruce, I had a little experience on Friday. About 3 weeks ago, I went and clear a barrel. I paid $215. So I went back on Friday again to go and clear two other, which reached. They called me. Bruce, but when I pay the money, if I give you $500, I want to, when I reach home and I see my receipt, I see it marked 500.
Right.
So when I do so, Bruce, when I reach home, I relax, I try to check. I said, but now the amount of money I paid, that is not the amount of money I'm seeing on my bill. So I did call them back. Well, eventually I get back my $200 yesterday, Bruce. You hear what I'm telling you about? Nothing. I get back my $200. I'm not calling the company where you're going to clear your barrel, but I got back my $200. But going down there on the port now, Bruce, when they give me an appointment until the 1st of October.
The 1st of October?
The 1st of October.
To get your stuff?
To get this stuff.
It's an upper anyway. But the, what? Well, that means they have a big backlog down there.
They have to have a big backlog. Bruce, I get an appointment date for 7 o'clock, the 1st of October, Bruce.
What? Okay.
They need to do better than that because you know December month is coming in just now there.
Yeah, well, and there's a very serious backlog. At least it seems that
way to me. 1st of October, and what they're stating at Toramot, they only taking 25 people per day.
Oh.
Right?
That is because of the COVID. That is how much they could.
Yeah, because of the COVID.
Right. Well, okay.
But Bruce, 25 persons per day. For instance, Bruce, you could do better than that, to be honest. Because you remember when you go there and you get the paperwork and thing, you may have to wait until they call you to customs come to clear your barrel and to get it into and whatnot. But Bruce, I find they could do much better than that. You understand? Okay. Me honest. So I'm calling on the Port Authority manager. You all do better than that now. And we know the COVID is there, Bruce. We know, but things could do better than that, If it's bringing, kind of fast it up, you understand? So it's not until the 1st of October, Bruce.
What? Yeah, find that.
But one thing they tell me, I don't have to pay for it because, the barrel is there. Right, you don't have to pay because, sometimes if the barrel stay long, you have to pay money for it, you know that.
Well, once they're supposed to be on top of what they're doing, I'm assuming that much, because I don't want you to go there on the 1st and when you hear the shout, you had to call Money Radio to tell me you had to pay for the barrel.
God is good. I'll get through with it. God is good. God is good because if I get you, I will call you back and tell you, Bruce, I ain't get that, man. Then, Bruce, you have a good one.
You too, darling. Take care.
All right.
For sure. No, I'm getting that call stating that, hey, I had to pay for my barrel. I don't understand that. Caller, good morning.
Hi, Bruce. Good news again.
Hey.
It's about children. I understand there's a teacher in Tobago who has a soup kitchen.
Okay.
Selling the food, I think, when she finished some money to help with the computers and laptops for the children. So you all can invest the choir and probably, get her to call and all that because these is what we want, things we want to hear. Solutions. President of the Primary School Association, take pattern from that teacher. Take pattern from the lady who is fixing the laptop to the children free of cost or charge or whatever. And come with solution when you come on the TV now, man. It's our children's duty. Good news. So we have teachers who holding it down and going the extra distance for the children, and we need to big them up too. Because sometimes they just go unnoticed. Because sometimes the few who just get a little trouble is who just get the prominence. And we just forget they are dedicated teacher. Miss Cheryl Gordon, one of them, Miss Felix always talk about her. Yes. We have Mr. Chance, who was dedicated as like the teaching and the children and so much others. So big up Tobago. We go in with all here. We want to hear more things like that. Who helping the children with this new COVID-19 protocol and procedure when it comes to teaching? That's what we want to hear. The children in our future are going again as I get it, I'm dropping it hot. Oh, God.
And somebody on Facebook here just reminded me of something here where she's saying the Ministry of Education was already in the process of training some teachers for online teaching, just the COVID hustle everything up, which is true. There was a process that was going on where some of the teachers were being taught, having that training process to deal with the online teaching. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Bruce. Morning, how are you going?
Yeah, I did call partner.
Well, from the show that you all had yesterday with this young man, one of the teachers called in and said that they were giving out courses and training to this online courses, but the teachers, unfortunately, they left it open for teachers to register.
Okay.
And not all chose to.
Yeah.
So, you see, now, the gentleman before called and made a point, a very serious point. This scenario has changed the world, and the government have to change, but the people have to change also. You cannot expect it to be another Monday morning, that everything is functioning the same way. And we have to understand this. This is something different. It's not going to function the same way. As a matter of fact, I'm glad it's not functioning the same way, because you know why, Bruce? It's functioning the same way that we here. It's doing the same things for years that got us where we are. So we needed something to change. Because we could not continue doing the same thing and expecting different results. And that is what we were doing for the longest while. So we need to change, and we need to change especially our minds and our attitudes. Because, and you know, even before COVID, I don't know if many people was remembering Dr. Rowley was saying that we have to change. The people have to change. We have to change. We have to change. And if we ain't changed now, well, we gone, you know. Because he was talking about changing a society, to restructure the society, restructure how we think. You understand? So we need to get these things to understand from, now, as I said, I don't like to talk on things I don't know. But from my understanding with the fact is that they just get a rebate at the end of the year. So I think all they will need to do is keep the documentation for what they have already sold from the time that it was announced, and prove that they sold it without the VAT, so that they will get the rebate for that as well, because they just always get it at the end of the year. So although they pay, because the way how that's supposed to work, as I said, from my understanding, is that they pay the VAT in custom when they get the goods, and then they charge you the VAT and pass it on, and then the government in turn just pay them back for what they initially paid. The problem was that people started putting the markup after they put in the price of the VAT. So they get a markup on the VAT, so the government getting rob sale anyhow you take it. Anyhow. But that's a different one. So they're supposed to just get the documentation, and they don't need to charge VAT for the items what they already paid VAT on. Once they have the documentation for what they sold without the VAT, they can get it. But unfortunately, that is up to the business community to decide what they want to do and how they do it. Right? That is where the problem will start and end. My point is what I've been trying to get across for the longest while. We do not need computers.
Well, you have a few seconds, sir.
Yeah, we don't need computers. We can do everything with Android devices, with tablets. Because your Office suite comes free with an Android. But you're going to pay money to put it on a computer. All right? So you all have a nice day.
So we're going to pay some bills and we'll be right back. Keep it locked.
One Miss Thunder, she wants swing me along. Oh, here what she say, oh gosh. Swinging time, what's it?
Talk your talk, but we know talk. Come talk with us. The Street 919 FM.
Honey, that's enough.
It's only 2 more things. But I want Clem growing up. I want to win cash.
Jeez, okay.
Thank you. Yes.
Cash in with Klim Growing Up for a chance to win $40,000 in cash prizes. Simply purchase 1 Klim Growing Up 1,600 grams or 2 Klim Growing Up 800 grams, then visit Nestle-Caribbean.com/promo to enter. Klim, your love, their future. Klim is not a breast milk substitute from 1 year onward.
There's only one way to start your week right, and that's to reset with Dr. Livette. Join him right here on your radio every Monday morning at 9 a.m. for your dose of the health and wellness program that is sure to change your life. Dr. Livette has transformed thousands of lives over the last decade and is now live on the Street 919 FM every Monday from 9 a.m. to transform yours. Tune in to learn more about herbal blends and U-Juice for building your immunities and promoting overall great health. Dr. Livette on the Street 919 FM. This and every Monday at 9 a.m. Don't diet, live mighty, live healthy, live it.
Babe, you fell asleep? All right, I'm going, okay? Bye.
No. So what are you doing tomorrow?
Get that talk to your girl until you fall asleep experience with Digicel. You asked for it. Now here it is. All our new Digicel 30-day prepaid plans come with unlimited Digicel talk. No contracts, no surprise charges. Sign up today, forget about it. New Freedom prepaid 30-day plans, only from Digicel.
Hey guys, it's Aisha Wells here. Listen up. If you're considering selling or renting your house in Trinidad and Tobago, then call Keelan George with O'Neill's Real Estate Group. He's a good friend of mine and he's been in the business for over 6 years. First, selling real estate in Atlanta, Georgia, and now right here in Trinidad and Tobago. He has a strategic online marketing presence that actually attracts thousands of home buyers and renters. Plus, with his home selling advice and techniques, he's getting homes sold really fast. Keelan will actually guarantee you sell your home, or get this, you can cancel the listing agreement and pay nothing at any time. That's right, you heard me, nothing at any time. Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, people. Check out www.o'neillrealestatetT.com. O'Neill is spelled O-N-E-I-L, or just call Keelan direct at 363-4030. That's 363-4030.
The Gospel of the Kingdom radio program with Gilbert James is now on the Street 919 FM every second, third, and fourth Thursday from 8 to 9 p.m. and every first and third Sunday from 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. Monday. The Bible says, the Gospel of the Kingdom shall be preached in all the world as you witness all nations, and then the end shall come. For more info, call 652-0924 or 298-4540 and join us every second, third, and fourth Thursday from 8 to 9 p.m. and every first and third Sunday from 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. Monday for the Gospel of the Kingdom radio program with Gilbert James.
Get interactive with the Street 919 FM.
All day, every day. See us all live on our Facebook page.
Share and comment on our show.
Like our page.
Chat with our live on-air announcers.
The Street 919's Facebook page.
Live and interactive all day, every day. The Street 919 FM.
Come talk with us.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
Here's your opportunity to join Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson of the Church of the Firstborn Assembly and guests as they lead in worship ministries of the Word and Prayer. That's every Sunday at 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. and every Wednesday from 9 p.m. to midnight on the Street 919 FM, where we deal with today's issues from a biblical perspective. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. You'll be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Your life and family will never be the same. You are welcome to visit our website, www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org. Like us on Facebook. Your financial support will be greatly appreciated. Church of the Firstborn Assembly, account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank. You can contact us at 753-1113.
Stop killing the African people, stop killing the Africans, stop killing we, 'cause we tired. tired of this racism. Stop killing we African people, stop killing we Africans, stop killing we. Cause we tired, yes we tired, but I got this put a helping hand. Tell me why they do not like the Africans. Father God, I don't know what we did to them. Every day they killing African children. So I want to know why they kill we. Send the police to kill we, and the army kill we, politicians to kill we. Father God, please answer we. Kill we. CIA want to kill we, KKK want to kill we, racist skinheads to kill we. Africans, we have to unite, build black business and treat each other right. Spend your money in black community. Only then they will have respect for we. Over 400 years we suffering. We survived the torture, burning, rapes, hangings. Cities burning up, the whole world protesting. Black people tired of hate and racism. So I ask again why they kill we. Send the police to kill we, and the army kill we, politicians to kill we. Father God, please answer we. Kill we. HIV me to kill we, COVID-19 to kill we, Ebola me to kill we. Africans, we have to unite.
Talk your talk, but we don't talk. Come talk with us. The Street 919 FM.
Hey, just in case you didn't know, every morning on The Street 919 FM, taking Sharon and Bruce Wayne, the titans of democracy. That's the morning show.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. 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 Ooh. On your belly. If you cut me, you go see blood. And if you squeeze me, you go feel the love. We are one people under the sun, one nation under the law. So who feel the black? Who feel the white? I don't know. But it's set till tomorrow night. Who feel the wrong? Who feel the right? Come and go. And all who feel the too bright. Let me jump up. Let me wind up. Party non-stop. Ramage Dingule Kelkete, we come to play mass. Every creed and class. Don't let nothing pass. Like a ready TV, all the love inside away. You got an accent, but we're not really different. 99, 1% love to wine, represent. All that we want to see, happiness, prosperity. I for you and you for me. Cause if you cut me, you go see blood. And if you squeeze me, you go feel the love. We are one people under the sun, one nation under the law. So who feel the black? Who feel the white? I don't know. But it's set till tomorrow night. Who feel the wrong? Who feel the right? Come and go. And all who feel the too bright. Let me jump up. Let me wind up. Party non-stop. Ramage Dingule Kelkete, we come to play mass. Every creed and class. Don't let nothing pass. Like a ready TV, all the love inside away. Up song and get to. A special type of wine on the sweet occasion. So special every time. One in a million. And every time I have to go, you give me the I shall return, and I must come back. You give me the I shall return, and I must come back. You give me the I shall return, and I must come back. You give me the I shall return, and I must. You got me. Who got you? Who got you? Who got you up? Who got you? Who got you up? Who got you? Who got you? Who got you up? You got me falling in love. Who got you? Who got you? Who got you up? Who got you? Who got you up?
Just in case you didn't know, every morning on the street, 919 FM, taking Sharon and Bruce Wayne, the titans of democracy. That's the morning show.
So welcome back on the inside. Once again, if you're just joining me, you're locked onto the street 919 FM. This is your Titans of Democracy. Caller, good morning.
Bruce, morning again.
Hey, morning.
Now, listen, I am so sort of, how to put, what's the word? Very excited. The whole, not so much about COVID, but the changes that COVID would have encouraged. And that pertains to even the schooling system. Now, we want to take a positive that could emanate from the classroom session, the Zoom session, where the guys in the background were very, very disrespectful. And my thing is not to beat them without finding resolution. Now, it shows two things. If they were in school, they would have been disruptive. And if you had, I wouldn't say cohesion, if you had them with other like students, then that is the environment the teacher had to deal with. Now, the teacher didn't sound like one that was, I think she was out of the world, not knowing that's what she was dealing with. You weren't dealing with a normal class. You're dealing with a classroom that people needed help. She didn't sound so. And that's why Dr. Roy was making a point about special teachers. Remember this? You wanted special teachers for certain schools to deal with the students. Not only that, it brought alive the environment home had. The home environment. And there is where we can get healing in those places, where you know these students are from, you really can go and deal with them directly through some mechanism that has to be created by the Ministry of Education and bring them in the circle. And that's why. So if they're in Zoom class and they're disruptive and it's not helping, then you have to find another means. I want to suggest that, listen, they need to be visited, find out where they live, to find out what is going on with the environment. It's a lot of work. But you know what? We can get a resolution to that. The other thing, it exposes the whole question of private enterprise. Because government playing their part, 75% of government workers are home. If I may have the stats incorrect, but they are home. Where the government part is they are dealing with people who work in the government service to deal with the children schooling at home to get all the necessities. They're challenging, but hey, work with them. My thing is, what is the private sector doing in certain areas where they could also have work that could be done at home, let their employees do that so they could have the common home environment. There's another thing to this. There are companies that are assisting their workers in creating the environment structurally with rooms and everything financially to create the home environment. So, of course, COVID, if people pay attention and listen to the Prime Minister and they say, hey, understand the restriction, it can also assist with a lot of developmental systems home to deal with the children, and also those who don't have the correct environment, it can also be visited to find out what it is going on. So instead of having sites in school, they are home, try to deal with it from that perspective. So I'm pretty glad, not about COVID, but what COVID has exposed. Take care, Bruce.
Thank you. So you can call me up. Caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Morning. Thank you for taking the call, and to Miss Felix wherever she is. And just allow me to just weigh in and say that the exciting situation that we are faced now with the new learning is really a great opportunity. It's almost a blessing in disguise. One of the most troubling things over the years has been where parents have been losing their children to the internet. And it brings into focus the parents, because the children were getting ahead and moving faster than their parents. And they were in the outside world totally unknown to their parents. So this is really a blessing. This is an opportunity for parents to regain their children and to recover some of their children who were being taken from them through the internet and the teachings on the internet. So we need to look at it, the positive side of it. One, on the question, I want to make one quick suggestion. I'm not sure how it would be taken, but I think this is an opportunity. With the children who are misled and misguided, you'll always have that. This is an opportunity for the role of the Child Protection Unit to probably take another course and to take up a responsibility for monitoring those children and going to the homes when these things are picked up. Now that we can identify that there are children with problems via this medium, the Child Protection Unit should be supporting the education system by being able to go to these homes and see what the problems are so that the children can be addressed. Whatever issues they have can be addressed. And if the parents are to be held accountable, so the parents can be held accountable. If there's need for some kind of social and other kind of social service intervention, it can happen so that we do not lose our children the way we have been losing them. So that's just my suggestion. And I say to all the parents, embrace it. It's going to be scary. It's going to be frightening. But it's an opportunity for you to really look into the lives of your children once again. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, my dear. Take care. It's a new, exciting experience. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Lucy.
Good morning, 1285. And how are you this morning?
Oh, boy. You know, my phone is there, a little feedback, but you're not listening from my phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Morning to Sharon, wherever she is. Good. I hear everybody talking about the parents and the children with the computer and whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But remember that not all parents just be home, right? At the time like that. And it's mostly grandparents that be supervising, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying is that if the government, like on a Saturday again, they have bad feedback. So like on a Saturday, if they have something in place for the elderly like grandparents now, so to learn about these systems, right? Because you know it's a good initiative. But you know these children could tie we up wrong with finger and bring we back. Because we know nothing going on with the computer. Because in we days in school, you know, they were saying you're breaking up things in syllables, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now they're using new words like decoding and all these things. And if you are elderly, don't go back to the dictionary to find out. They could run your marathon and bring a baby cup for you. You didn't know that in school in them days. So what I'm saying is that if they could have something in place for the grandparents, because you know most of the time the grandparents supervising the children, and in a time like this, what's going on now, parents have to go there and look fit. Because you know they're working, right? So if they could have something in place so we could learn too, because we will be learning. I don't know if it's sounding any sense to you.
No, I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, because we don't know, because I know that some people don't really know nothing about the computer and things like me. Yeah? So I just put in showing that out there, you know, even if Sharon could have somebody coming in, you know, and trying to, you know, put something in place for we now.
Okay.
Because, you know, then we go and turn and then they could tie we up there and we don't know. And when we think it's something, they're laughing at we, you know. You understand? So could I say my mornings now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Morning to Mr. Malcolm, Miss Gemma, Miss Angie, Miss Thomas, Manu, Maura, Gloria, Miss Gloria, Jenny, Mr. Chant, and Monitor the Puna. You know I love you. You know, stay safe. You know, because we need you there to guide and pray with us, you know. And our special friends of the Titans, Miss Monica Paul, Miss Diane Smith, and the Vigilant PH.
Yes.
Right? But I wanted to get you a challenge this morning, you know. But
hello, you get in trouble.
No, I want you to go back as you're going back and bring it back all. I want you to play the big payback. Yeah, and I know you might find that because it's way, way back. Mr. Malcolm could tell you about that because those were the days of Billy Reese, the bad lad, are gone.
Oh, it's a very cool Tuesday morning, eh? Caller, good morning.
Hi, Bruce.
Hi, John.
Yes. When we talk about the learning, special learning and stuff, let us not forget those children who have learning disabilities and the teachers who are in those schools that cater to that, how much good work they are doing to those children to bring them up to so that they could even set SE and all that. And they have taken on board learning of the computers and all that for a long while now. So big up to those teachers, especially if the Issues Learning Center, they are innovative. They're one of the leading schools in learning disabilities and stuff and that. So those children who are our children, and we must big them up because they're doing well. They have adapted to this whole Zoom thing and all that. And all the other teachers who teach children with learning disabilities, they must be given a shout out because it is very challenging sometimes. And they do it every day without even saying a word. They don't even talk about it. People see them and don't even know. So big up to them. And Bruce, before I go, this is very serious. Now, you told me I have to call Miss Felix, but you know what? I don't have much money, but I know this show is well listened to, and advertising to get on here, it's easy. So I don't want to waste her time. So just tell me a ballpark figure, if you could, if I was just simply to say something like this, that, you know, public officers remember November PSA election, November the 23rd, and when you go to vote resoundingly for oral standards and united public officers. How much you think something like that will cost me?
The boss.
You find how much money?
The boss.
And I know
the station don't call you now.
The station don't call me. All right, I'll await the call because I'm anxious. I want to see if I have enough money because this program is number one. And I know to put an ad on this program, it costs $100. I don't know if I start to pick up bottles, if I have to call, you know, for donations and all that because I'm really interested in knowing. Okay, thanks again, Bruce.
Thank you. Caller, good morning.
Good morning again. What's the lady name that you say Faye husband?
Who's the lady name? Who what?
The parent that you are Faye husband?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, but that's a good friend. And I hope that she has some place to hang out and think because it's a very beautiful lady, no makeup at all, and she looks just like a dolly. Bruce, there's a song by Tobago Fuso. Change. Look for it for please now.
Oh, look for it.
Change is a simple thing, but it means a lot. You got to go through changes whether you like it or not. Changes for good and changes for bad. Changes that bring in problems. Sit back, let me show you an example. Look for it. It's a nice song people related today. Thank you.
Yeah. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce.
Morning, mother. Morning.
I'm just on my lines. What I'm working, what's full and what not. I don't know if it's my phone records and all of that. But anyhow, this morning you played a tune just before you came on and you opened up the show, Send Me the Pillow You Sleep On. You remember that tune?
Yeah.
You played it? You remember that you played it?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, man, I have a record with that by Cynthia Scolos.
Yeah.
You know, a mix and things. So when I heard it, I said, oh, go back in those long time days. Yeah. So I said, me tell you how I enjoyed it. Okay, then.
No problem.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
All right,
Take
mother.
care.
Yes. can call me up. 342-0081, 7188-743860 if you're calling from overseas. Caller, good morning.
A very good morning to you, Brother Bruce.
Hi, good morning
How
to
are
you, my
you
dear.
today?
I'm fine. How are you?
I am wonderful, thank God. Listen, man, if I love Jenny, I change my name in the morning. Listen, she's sweet too bad. Shut up. A lady called and said, she's like a boss. I want the lady to know she is the boss. She's the baddest. Pleasant good morning, the mother to Napuna and all the titans of democracy. Listen, man, I really, really only got to say I love you. And Sister Jenny is the baddest. You did a great job.
Thank you. So good.
Keep it up, keep it up.
Yes, my dear.
And Sharon, you do the right thing. Take a rest. Turn off the radio and rest yourself. I'm going.
Yes, darling. Caller, good morning.
Hi, morning, Bruce.
Morning.
Bruce, if I may start talking to the new identification system that will make the ease of transactions, especially in the ministries, much easier. And that's a very good idea. Because when I first heard it, I didn't understand it too well, but it sounded good. But now understanding how it will roll out on those things, it will be very, very efficient and easier. And it would help the kids too, in terms of in terms of receiving the syllabus from the Ministry of Education, those things.
Yeah.
Now you would identify each student, not only from the teacher, but from the ministry itself. Because I don't see that the ministry in the future that we'll be going back to this building and housing 1,000 and something students and these things anymore, you know. I think it will be changing where schooling will be done at home, because a lot of people have started that long time, and they put through the effort and the resources into schooling their kids. Now, a system like that could work. In some instances, it may have to be like in a community where you go to, some kids may have to go to like the, where like they have the health center to somebody's house, or it may be the teacher's house, but in small amounts. It wouldn't be no big amounts of their kids. Those people would need the extra help. Some of them would stay at home. And that will work a lot. It will be easy in the traffic. It will ease a lot of things. I think the kids will have specialized attention in that way, because when you have all kind of 30 kids in a class and one teacher, and you have about 14 of them disruptive, it brings down the skills in learning. But if you have a smaller environment, it's easier for the kids and them to get that attention. Certain things that they not, that some kids are a little slow in picking up, things. You would see, I think you would see a difference, because as it is now, there's the system in schooling, especially, and I don't want to criticize it, you get most of it from the government secondary schools. Most of it comes out from there, because there's a wide gap between the ones who do excellent and the ones who not really. There's some of them dropping out at the age of 14 years and ending up on the block. But that new system of schooling will work, and with the implementation of the special identification would help, because that will be like a all-wrong something, because you may have an elderly at home and something happened and you call 911 and they're asking for information. So 911 will get the identification number when you pull it up. You would see everything on it, like diabetic, hypertensive, cancer, they could read that. So they would pass the information on to the medics. So when the medics and them arrive, they have everything to deal with the person that can stabilize. And it's a very good idea. Thank you, good.
Yeah, man.
You wanna talk it over, you wanna love the night away. Girl, I won't stay. It's nothing.
Caller, good morning.
Brucey by hand some ideas this morning, and I'm feeling real proud about that because, I mean, don't see that people just sitting here, and I know you don't think so. We are concerned about the teacher environment. We are proud of our teachers, and what the previous caller suggested was a good idea. There are some children who just may have to be taught from home, but the environment must be visited. Like the lady who called before spoke about the Children's Authority. So in other words, you're getting everybody on board in relation to the development of the child in Trinidad and Tobago, because there are some children who may not need that level of attention.
Yeah.
But there are those who we've stayed there, Bruce, and we've criticized them, like the guys on the Zoom. Now, I listen to those guys, and yes, we cuss about them, but they need help. They might be just about to be 14, 15 years, you know. Do we expose them to Gary Griffith? You don't want to do that. We want to expose them to where the authorities are with the social, because there are a lot of social workers that more or less would get involved. And you want the police involved from a developmental perspective. And that's what Gary Griffith too should develop in the police service. I think there was an arm called the Community Policing Unit. All these things have to be strong to work with social worker, because social worker gets pushed back in the station. They need to work with them for the development of a child. Where in a community the child develops, the community develops. And there is where we have seen a lot of gaps that to be closed based on those who are responsible could get involved. And the previous caller said it. There are people who just maybe there's a need to teach them from home, so that the classroom will have the environment conducive for learning, and you create the home conducive for learning with those who might be disruptive. So you have the individual training, but they need to be visited. You can't just leave them to Zoom. You need to be visiting those people. And the other thing, teachers would be given information to students. Now, I'm not too keen openly to tell teachers to visit students' home, because there are some homes that may not be really, you want to be careful. So, but it must be shaped where teachers too could visit to find out what environment exists, but they must be supported by the social worker and the police. You have to carry the police. All right?
Yep.
But it was good program. Good program.
Thank you, man.
Take care, man.
Say, baby, why do you want to go and leave me? I gave you everything that a woman could give a man. So why? Tell me why. You want to go and leave me? You're never gonna leave me now. You're never gonna leave me, no, no. Say you'll never leave and go away. You're never gonna leave me now. You're never gonna leave me, no, no. Say you'll never leave and go away. If you leave me now, I'll surely lose my mind. I'll do all the things people do.
Caller, good morning.
Morning, Ruth.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you this morning?
I'm fine. Good program. Good morning. Like I'm listening to it. And if I say they want to share, I'm here with you. Who's the other person to ask you? Who's singing this song?
Ladies call Yvonne Curtis.
Yvonne Curtis?
Yeah.
Thank you. I love that CD. I love that CD. It's a nice CD. Thank you very much.
No
And
problem.
good program as usual.
Thank you.
You don't say that.
Yes, my dear. Thank you very much.
Say you'll never leave and go away.
good morning.
I do. I'm here again.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me listen to Raul Jr. We on the same wavelength, thinking on the same level.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter at primary school was considered a model student. Why? From infant to the common entrance class, it was easy for her to learn, and for the teacher only had to put work to her once, and she would catch on quick and move on quickly. But there were others in the class who were slow. And one thing they always used to tell me is that now the principal and all the teachers need to talk about a model student, because teachers used to tell me they wish that the kids and them, every kid the teacher have in the class would be like her. She would sit down very attentive, very quiet, and always pay attention. Even though when the class is being disrupted by something, she don't get up over her feet and she sit down there and concentrate on the work before. But it has changed slightly into secondary school. Why? Because when she passed for a school of her choice, she met other kids who is very brilliant with a high intellectual capacity. Now, she started to struggle with that because she starts thinking that she's not on par with them, or she needed help in certain aspects. And that is where a parent has to understand and to give the help to the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Because the work that she was doing, I can help her with it, honestly. I can help her with it. So we looked at getting the extra classes.
Yeah.
Go to the field that she wants thing and go to people, teachers who specialize in those things. And you pay them and they will sing, and she did well. Right now she's just waiting on the A-level results to go on to university. We're thinking about applying to get a scholarship. She'd go to a university somewhere in the globe. But COVID has changed that. You'll have to stay here in Trinidad and continue. So the education system will be making some vast changes, and I don't think we'll have, even though we found a cure for it, we'll be going back to that. And we won't be having a cure for that. To me, I'm no expert, but I will say it's not in too near future. So then you have to now prepare yourself, and everybody's supposed to be doing the same thing for a change and to adapt. I mean, you can't sit down there and say, well, I don't know how to use a computer, I'm going through that kind of thing. But if you pass a smartphone in your hand, you latch onto that quick. It's basically the same thing.
Yeah, it is.
So we need the education system as it is has serious problems and teaching to iron out even before COVID. And I think the COVID has taught us a lesson, and it's pointing us in a direction that we should know. For now, you can have to continue with the school, but you can have schooling at home. So more kids can have schooling at home and less kids to go out to the secondary schools and then. Thank you.
Thank you.
As long as you hate me, I love you.
Caller, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce.
Morning.
You and the nurse and the student, wherever she is. And I remember not too long ago, we had a program training teachers to do advanced education in a way that they were able to identify students who might need special care and so on. And this was both in Trinidad and Tobago, because some of the teachers came from Tobago, started in university in Trinidad, and was teachers from Trinidad who attended the also. So we need to support it. Based on the conversation that is going on right now, I want to believe that these teachers are somewhere out there and are able to make great input into the situation that is taking place right now. So I just wanted to mention it. I don't know if anybody knows any of those teachers, and if anybody else knows about those courses that are happening. Talking about
10 years old. Approximately 50 years. Right, Bruce?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, man.
Don't go, darling.
So as we continue to take your calls right here with the Titans of Democracy on the Street 919 FM, remember you can call me 342-0081. You can also call me on 7188-743-860. That's if you're calling from overseas or even your Magic Jack at home.
And I'll make you satisfied.
Caller, good morning.
Hi, good morning again, Bruce.
Hi, morning.
Bruce, you know, I saw a program on television and I found that it was such a beautiful thing. You know, there are a lot of retired educators, right, Bruce?
Mm-hmm.
Whose mind are still very active. And what they did, they had them sign up to a program. People specialized, whether it was in history or geography or whatever.
Yeah.
And they trained them with a student, whether secondary or primary, who are having difficulties in their specific areas. And because it was a beautiful thing, because the student and the tutor, they had that relationship, and the student was able to gain more confidence with themselves, because this was a one-to-one thing. And she was able to understand wherever she was falling short. And I think for retired people, especially at this time, it might be a good thing for them as well as for the student who is having problems in whichever area.
Yeah.
I just thought I would, put that out there.
Thank you.
Okay.
That in itself is very nice as well.
Knocking on a heaven's door, boy. I'm knock, knock, knock.
There are so many different solutions that we can come up with to make this a smooth flow for our children.
On a heaven's door, boy.
Believe you me, I have thought of some myself and I've implemented some of them as well, and I have some more to put in place to make sure that my son is very comfortable through this learning process. Because we don't know what is going to happen. We don't know when the children will be able to go back out to school physically. So we have to make sure that they get their education through the online way, or with the schools that are capable of doing the paper assignments, where the parent has to pick up and drop off. We have to do what we have to do, people.
Knock, knock, knocking on a heaven's door.
And like I said, the children are very excited about it.
Knock, knock, knocking on a
The only thing I feel we have to really be mindful of is the chat. You see the Zoom chat? Yeah. They know about that Zoom chat real good. Caller, good morning.
Lucy?
Hey, Miss Gloria, morning.
Oh, God, you give me a joy. Louis, you gave me some nice back in. Oh, Lord, that's really a big thing. Then need a pill. That's my time, you know. 18 reds, 18-year-old roses, Bawa, Joey to dance. You played real nice music, you know. Here, man. One thing, God bless you with your talent. It's most much better. Yes, have a talent and thank God for it. Yes. And you continue. But if you find a Jewy, give us a Jewish show dance, right?
No problem, darling.
All right, darling. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Right now, knock, knock, knocking on a heaven's door. Somebody please, knock, knock, somebody please, take this gun off for me.
Caller, good morning.
Bruce, sorry to have to be calling back again, boy, but this topic, I'm intrigued in this topic, and it piques my interest a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We can't leave out physical education. Yeah. Physical education is very important in learning. At least most of our guys, students, got a lot of scholarships all over the world through physical education and excelled tremendously to be world class.
Yeah.
Even when you look at, like, for instance, like Dwight York at Signal Hill Senior Comprehensive, when he went on to play with Aston Villa, one of the first things he had was to do is to continue with his education. And he did his little schooling outside there too. And most universities, it's much easier to go on a sports scholarship to attend these things. So while you're playing your sports out there, you're attending the university, and you could end up like somebody like Shaka Slop and these people and them.
Yeah.
So, mind you, we just focusing on the aspect of the education, the practical theory, but we have to be a little practical in some of the things and when we're doing those set of things, because we don't want to have a generation of kids who's obese. So if you sit down at home and just sit down there, because by not having 34 kids in a class, and some teachers have to deal with like 40 and have to deal with about 10. The next generation of kids will see a higher percentage of graduation out of those kids and less violence. Because I listened to a psychologist who was talking about that, because if you cram all of them with one teacher in a classroom and think the tension gets high, some kids come to school with certain issues from home and other things that cause that and they build up in it. But you need to have an environment for some sort of a physical education, because that I saw it had happened with my child. Because at one point of time, I had was to join her into something, because the teachers and was asking for that, because they saw something while dealing with her at school where I didn't see, because I had no problems with her in terms of her learning, and they had no problems with her in terms of her learning. But they realized that she's starting to get like you gotta get a little chuffy and like a little couch potato, a little lazy then. So I joined her into swimming. Then her next session again, after some years again, she joined the dragon boat. She didn't like the dragon boat too much, and then she went to do Tagby. Tagby is a physical sport, but it's something like rugby, but for the Tagby. And then she went into long distance running. So you know that your kid needs that. So we have to also focus that and put that into our thing. Yeah, and I know people from the ministry and a lot of people will be listening, and they will get those ideas. And they will sit down in a quorum in the Ministry of Education and put on that, because sooner or later I could see the Ministry of Education has what is called the mainframe computer. And with that mainframe computer, teachers will have their code to access it in terms of the learning, and the kids are on your laptop. You can also access it in terms of learning, so it makes it much more easier. But the curriculum will be coming from the ministry under strict code and guidance and security, because you don't want nobody to hack it and cheat. It's, you know, they get straight A's in everything.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bruce. Yeah.
Thank you, man. Take care.
You come to the party, or you come to ride with me. I say you ride with Birdie, and you ride with Scott.
Now I will be here with you this morning up until 10 o'clock. Then we have some paid programming going from 10 till 12 this morning. Well, actually 10 till 1. But I'll be right here in the hot seat with you till 10 o'clock this morning, okay? Caller, good morning.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Bruce Wayne.
Merry Christmas, my brother, and how are you?
Well, giving thanks and praises to the better life.
Nice.
Still in the land of the living. That I could listen to you this morning.
Yeah, man.
Morning, Mr. Felix. Mr. Chan Molatana Puna, Sister Jenny, Manu, each and everyone in Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean and the world at large. Pleasant good morning. Uncle Bruce, I listened to the conversation whole morning, but what makes me call in at this time? Now, I understand the caller a while ago and everybody dealing with the children in this time.
Yeah.
But what will be killing me, Bruce, is when they call in the children kids.
Okay.
This, Bruce, this kind of me uneasy, because from a go to kids you just get.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from.
From human beings, children you just get, Bruce.
Yeah.
So let we do, as we say, we
going on online training and this thing and schooling and all this kind of business. Let me put the things in the right perspective so the children and them could understand and learn coming up while they're coming up. Let me stop branding them as kids and name them as children. So they will grow up with that kind of activity in mind because they will grow up calling the children the same thing, kids. So this is something we have. I ain't against the brother, I ain't bashing the brother, but we have to change the course of words that we use at times. As we training the children to come forward, especially at this time here. In classrooms and things was a different, but you see, this modern time we going in here, let we put we words in perspective so the children and them could learn in the coming up. Yeah, Uncle Bruce?
Yeah, man.
So thanks again, big brother. Peace and blessings, how daddy?
Yeah, man, he good.
Nice. So blessings to you and your family. And Mr. Archer and Trinidad and Tobago, a pleasant good morning. Thanks again, brother Bruce.
Yes, my brother. Bless up. Caller, good morning.
Bruce, any feedback?
No.
Right, listen. First thing I want to thank is for the music you play. Because within it, although we have contribution being made, the question of the music is a great support and listener is a real encouragement. Now, you play a song by Black. That is a man whose talent people don't really focus on, you know. Black has been consistent, you know.
Yes.
And his music is very, very nice. But I wanted people to take heed, to not only the people here. Watson Duke had a brother who died recently. I think it's a brother or a family member who acted in the movie The Panther. And I was watching a movie the other day to know that the talent of sometimes the African people is beyond what we think. And that is why I tell people, always focus on how you could develop yourself and your children as an African person. And you can see the different changes. Because I made the point this morning too, that you're hardly hearing, and I want to knock on wood, this whole about shooting and everything, and I feel our boys are behaving themselves. And I make the point again, watch who misbehaving, and the police will focus on them. We have a safety, have an organized day, and I want to tell the people, take care of yourselves. All the best.
Take care.
Dancing, yeah. Yo, whoa.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Brother Bruce. Mr. I love the name Wayne Moore. Right, good morning.
Morning.
I heard somebody just said, how was your father?
Yeah.
So I thought to myself, but you must be a young man still. This is why your father's still alive, eh? No, brother, yeah.
Yes, I am.
He's a young person.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this other question again. At time I went down at Piccadilly Street, and I met Miss Sharon there.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's still there.
No, she's not there still.
Oh, she's not there still?
No, she's not there anymore.
Okay, right. I'm there, brother.
Yeah, no problem.
I love to hear him, and you're very nice.
Thank you.
All right, right.
Rolling in the party, what's going on? With me. So you play sweet music in the party, what you did?
Caller, good morning.
Bruce, good morning again.
Yeah, man, morning.
Morning to Brother Sterling. But that is what Bruce, when I tell you, look for the tune change. Is that all that I thought about in a compact, you know?
Okay.
Kids are always talk about that. None of my brothers, sisters, nephew, or nieces call one another kids. They say children, brother, or cousin. That is what I talk about when I say the song change. We have to change the way that we're doing things from now if we go into the computer age. And that is where we are right now, the computer age. Change. We are no kids. We are human beings, and our youngers are children. And this is what I talk about when I call for the tune change. We have to go through changes, and we have to stop calling the children kids. Thank you, Brother Sterling, for highlighting it the way I wanted to highlight it. Thank you.
Caller, morning. Oh God, hold on, mother, hold on. I don't know why I'm not hearing this thing. Oh gosh. Just right. Talk to me. Morning.
Oh God, Bruce, good morning, lover.
Morning, darling, morning.
Oh God, I might have a deputy number. I call it on my cell. I call it on the overseas. I call it on the phone. Oh God, I hear John Rowley Jr. coming. Oh God.
But I'm going till 10 this morning, or no?
Eh?
I'm going till 10 this morning. Or...
call it back with a comfortable man.
Yeah.
Right. I was going to say good morning. I will call you back because say your time then.
Yeah, because we go and close off this hour here, and then I'm coming back after 9.
I will call you back.
No
Thank
problem.
You.
So we're gonna pay some bills, and I'll be right back. We go until 10 this morning, okay?
I've been shopping all night. We are only prisoners, yeah, of an old device. In the master's chamber, scattered for the beast. Scattered with the city nice, but we just can't give the peace. The last thing I remember, I was running for the door. I got to get my message back to the place I was before. Good night, Saturday night, man. We are going to the sea.
They talk. You talk. Come talk with us. On the street. 919 FM.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
This is Wayne Delamore, Head Consultant and Director of Natural Health Solution. With over 15 years of experience in clinical nutrition and microscopy, we specialize in early detection and prevention. We incorporate evidence-based nutrition and science-driven analysis. Tune in to our educational program every Wednesday at 9:05 to 9:55 a.m. right here on the Street 91.9 FM. For appointments, call 222-2189 or 304-5816. At Natural Health Solutions, we offer a natural solution to healthy living.
Honey, that's enough.
It's only 2 more tins. But I want Clem growing up. I want to win cash.
Jeez, okay.
Thank you. Yes.
Cash in with Clem Growing Up for a chance to win $40,000 in cash prizes. Simply purchase 1 Clem Growing Up 1,600 grams or 2 Clem Growing Up 800 grams. Then visit Nestle-Caribbean.com/promo to enter. Clem, your love, their future. Clem is not a breast milk substitute from 1 year onward.
Hey, one partner, long time no see.
Yeah, but why see? Wi-Fi password, boy?
You serious? Don't be a Wi-Fly. Get the never ask for another Wi-Fi passcode again experience from Digicel. You asked for it. Now here it is. Sign up today, forget about it, and enjoy unlimited data for 30 days. No contracts, no surprise charges. New Freedom prepaid 30-day plans. Only from Digicel.
Change is the only